off, KB.
Got to don't talk over the intro. If one don't do it, the other one will. Welcome to Outlaw Radio on a Monday evening. Outlaw Live. Bear with me. I hope my audio is correct. If y'all can't hear me or if things sound kind of buggy, forgive me. I don't know what's going on. I may have to reset some stuff on my computer. Anyhow, welcome to the show. It's Outlaw Radio on a Monday evening. We do 2 shows a week. Normally one on a Monday and one on a Wednesday. Looking to add something else. We'll get to that as we go along, but how y'all doing? Hope you had a great weekend. My name is Kevin Barnes. I am the militant with a microphone, the mouthpiece of the movement, a.k.a. the Negro Whisperer. Outlaw Radio, foundational Black American platform, just really meant to discuss things that are pertinent, important, and relative to foundational Black Americans. So if you don't like Black people, you don't like foundational Black Americans, this is not the show for you. Please, nobody remind me that I'm late. I already know. Technical difficulties. I don't need any help reminding me that I was late, but I'm here. So you gonna complain because I'm late, or you gonna enjoy the fact that we are here tonight to do Outlaw Radio? I have I guess probably about 80% of the Outlaw family in the building tonight. Mr. Ian C. Jordan down at the bottom, who I have to give it to Ian. Ian promotes the shit out of the show. It is ridiculously crazy. So if you like people that I see in your post, that's not me. It's Ian promoting the show. So, man, I appreciate that. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing good, brother. You know, that's part of my job. You know, I got to promote things that are intelligent. So it's all good, man. I'm having a ball doing it, cutting them clips up and putting the music behind it. I got to stop doing that, man. I just got to clip you up when you be talking about Adam Clayton Powell and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then I watched your thing on Friday nights. Fuck Your Feelings. I think that's what it's called. Right. And I don't know, like, you insulted Orlando like 9,000 times throughout, like, in 5 minutes. I said,
and I was sober too. That's what makes it even worse.
Oh God,
what is going on with you in Orlando? Lord have mercy. Jesus be a mediator. Let's go. Sean Moore in the building. The capo. What it do, Sean? How you doing tonight?
Capital Drive Capo, baby.
There you go. Like
Capital.
That.
You know, man, I woke up this morning, so I can't complain. A little tired, but it's a good tired. Had a long weekend, buried Vinny Friday. Then had to get up that morning after I got home about 1. Don't know how I got home, but got home and joined my 10-hour class. Then I had to do it again Sunday and 4 hours a day. But I'm AI ready, baby.
There we go. Every day above ground is good one. Rest in peace to the homie. Well, listen, there's a phone number attached to the show. It's 262-20251. 262-2025. 262-202-5131. I'm remedial myself tonight.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good night.
Hey, and the chat room is active. I see Dion in there. He said your boy back. Yeah, Dion, welcome back to the north. I know you was down below the Mason-Dixon. Landon Deadman, what it do, my brother? He said, blessings, family. How you doing, my brother? Dion is hollering at Sean saying, what up, bro?
What
Please
up?
Share the show. And we're late, so people might, they ain't coming on tonight. You know how Black businesses are. We're late. We're here. Right? So don't be a hater. Very, very interesting weekend, to say the least. We're going to talk about that. Every now and then I like to do what I call viewer's choice. So if you're out there listening and you've seen something in the news that like really struck you, or you thought was relevant to the conversations we have on Outlaw Radio, hit the line. 262-202-5131. Put in the chat room. Let's discuss it. Sometimes I just want to know what's on y'all mind. So it's important that you do that. Now, I'm getting an echo. Somebody either got the TV on or they got the radio on. I don't know what's going on. Got to turn it down. It's in the back and it's in my headphones. Dion said that Benny was his ex's cousin. So once again, rest in peace to the homie, man. We talked about, this brother passing on. Very, very important part of our family on Capitol Drive. So he said, I see Milwaukee was violent. Well, is the sky blue? Right? Does a bear shit in the woods and wipe his ass on a fluffy white rabbit? Of course. Milwaukee, it doesn't stop in Milwaukee. It doesn't stop. Socioeconomically, the negatives that we talk about, they haven't left. Like, I don't want anybody right now to get it twisted and think things have gotten better in our city. They haven't. I'm still hearing something. Somebody listen to the radio. I don't know what this is. It's driving me crazy. I don't know. I can hear it. I know if I can hear it, my people can hear it listening. But no, Dion, yes, it was violent in Milwaukee. Some crazy, egregious murders. It just doesn't stop. And so we get to the point where it's kind of glossed over now. So they'd rather talk about other things. They'd rather, talk about, hey, we're having a celebration for the holidays. We got a Christmas tree that we're going to decorate. And it is the holiday season. I'm a holiday guy. I know a lot of black people, fuck the holidays. I'm going to celebrate Thanksgiving with some food. I'm gonna celebrate Christmas. I got my young niece and nephew here. They're gonna get toys. Wifey gonna get a gift. I'm buying myself a gift. About to gift myself a 300 blackout PDC. So if you know, you know. I'm a connoisseur of fine firearms. So Merry Christmas to myself. I'm adding to my collection. How y'all doing, man? I want to know how everybody's doing. Capo, how was your weekend, man? What'd you get into?
I developed an app. Over the weekend while I was in class. I'm just tightening it up. I'm going to present it to the city later on this week. Hopefully they'll adopt it. I'm not really asking for nothing for the app. I'm just asking for the finances to monitor it and make sure that everything stays like it's supposed to work. And yeah, we'll see, man. I got this thing about violence. You know what I mean? I like to say that I understand it, right? I had somebody research my not research, but assess it. And what I developed, my feedback has been, what's the word I'm looking for? Help me out, Ian.
Positive.
Yes. To
That's
say
the
the
word you
least.
need help with.
Right. I could have said that myself, Ian. No, I wasn't
Huh?
looking for that. I was looking for something a little bit more not so intermediate like that Rufus King stuff we got going on.
I was just gonna say, because you
upper
also
left panel.
That's that House of Corrections curriculum. But what word am I looking for? Positive. Yes.
For real, bro.
Oh my God. Ian, what's to do, man? How was your weekend, bro? Out in sunny Arizona.
It was good, man. It was good. Watched Connor Ben beat Chris Eubanks Jr. I was a little surprised by that, to be honest, because Chris seemed to have his number last time. That's it. Just getting ready for Benavidez this weekend, my birthday weekend. So David Benavidez fights, I believe, Yarbrough, and it's going to be a pretty good fight. So excited, but the weekend was good, man. I cleaned the building, and that was it.
Well, but hold on, it's your birthday weekend. How old will you be?
49.
Okay, so you ain't far. I thought I was finna say.
I'm sorry. Time out.
Close.
KB,
close.
I gotta interject. And I might do this often because today is my son's birthday, my second youngest.
Oh, he a Scorpio?
Youngest. He 21 today. Went to Wauwatosa East. Played football. Doing music right now. Just had his first baby. I'm so proud of him, man, because he, walking in the manhood.
This is your
happy
son.
Birthday, brother.
This your son that played against my son that night when we were at the game.
Yeah,
that's your boy. Okay. And you said, wait, no, it couldn't be.
One of.
Okay, I was finna say because I thought they were the same man.
I had two of them. No.
Okay, you did have two playing that night. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, shout out to him, man. Congratulations to him.
Yes.
Like I said, every day above ground is a good one.
Yeah.
And we always big up. My birthday is on the 4th. I'm a Scorpio, so my brother's a Scorpio. My pops was a Scorpio, so it's all in the name of the game. We that's Sean's TV. I can tell because he got an old ass phone. He got all kinds of shit going
No,
off in
that's
the
my
background.
that's my phone, man.
I
Cool
see him.
out,
He trying
man.
to blame it on
Somebody
Ian. That's
calling
Ian.
me,
That's
bro.
Ian. That's you, man.
Oh,
That
say it
shit.
ain't me. I ain't got nothing on.
We got the real OG in the building, man. Kamar, I'm you,
Kumar.
man. Mr. Carter, what it do, man? How you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm all right, man. How y'all doing?
Good.
Great.
Bless.
All
Tight
right,
like
all right.
that booty.
Sorry, I'm late.
No, we
But
were late. We didn't come on till 8:00. So you on time, actually.
Oh, shit, damn.
Yeah,
You a
yeah.
nigga. You just a nigga,
It's all
man.
good.
You
But
on
we all
time?
good. Man, it ain't nothing, man. It's Outlaw Radio Live. Just welcome to the panel. I had to check in with everybody, see how the weekend was. My weekend was sweet. I be chilling. So it ain't nothing for me. It's always good. I be laid back doing my thing. But I'm like I said, I got some big time weekends coming up because I'm about to RC season is over, so it's shooting season for me now. So I'm it's gunplay for me every weekend until it start getting warm again. So I managed to find me a 10 millimeter carbine pistol. You know what I'm saying? Rifle, actually. 10 millimeters. Can you imagine that? So I have
No,
a 10 millimeter handgun, but I have a pistol carbine, which is basically a rifle form of it. And so I'm about to give me a 300 blackout and a semi-automatic shotgun. Shout out to my homie Jay, man. He's a gun dude like myself, so we're gonna
doing
be
too
in
much.
the range. No, man, this is one of my hobbies. I've been doing this forever.
That's a hobby, huh?
Oh man, I love shooting guns. It's man, it's a
Yeah, I used
great.
to love shooting guns too. It wasn't no
Well,
hobby though.
mine's a little bit different. I mean, I do it legally in a safe environment, right? Nobody has to give up their goods. It's just we go and it's a great stress relief for me. Been doing this since I was little. I mean, you said I used to love shooting my guns too. I know you did. I heard about you. Landon said you got a payphone in your crib. He said you got a phone booth. That's what that sounds.
No, that was my cell phone, man. That's not funny.
That shit was actually pretty funny. Hey,
It
y'all
wasn't.
share the show. I know we were late. Share the show. I'm just trying to stall until it's time for really to get off into this because man, what a weekend, what a weekend.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and start it off, man. This Epstein thing is off the chain. Now, I don't know the correlation between the emails and the files that Trump is now saying, yeah, go ahead and release them. I kind of feel whatever he releases will be redacted. Okay. I feel like it'll be, some stuff missing. As far as the emails go, nobody has shown me that these are false emails. Okay. So just the mere fact that Epstein himself is saying and speaking on the relationship that he and our president had, right? Stop right there. Because initially we were told, despite photographic evidence, despite the fact that we all knew this anyways, that they were friends and that they hung out together and that there was a great possibility that Trump was complicit in some of the maybe not the trafficking of, but at least the sexual
She's hot.
the sexual involvement with young ladies, right? Young women. There was an accuser who's is pivotal to this. There are some emails that say some stuff about some other stuff that I'm going to talk about in a second, right? But I just want to let's first address the fact that you, our president, initially stated that you didn't know him. You didn't hang out with him. That was Democrats in them. But his emails say something different. There's a lot of accusations being levied that Jillian Maxwell, who is actually incarcerated and convicted of these crimes. We know what happened to Epstein. She's still locked up. So if there's no crime and these emails reveal nothing, then why is she locked up? And she's saying the same thing. Let me out this motherfucker. All right. So let's just talk first about his initial denials that wasn't hanging out with Trump. I mean, wasn't with Epstein, wasn't my friend. Saw him a couple times. Didn't really know the dude. We now see that this is a lie. But we know our president is a liar, right? So I just want to get how everybody feels before we get on to the other stuff. Is this or is this not proof that he was closely associated with this known sex trafficker? That's the first question I ask.
I think that is proof. Like, I don't email him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. Yeah, you got to be close to pretty much be emailing the motherfucker back and forth like that. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I don't even email you, Kev.
Not at all. I don't know if you talk about me in your emails to other people. Like what's going on with some of these emails where he's like, yeah, this nigga just left the crib. I don't know why they didn't call each other, but it's just like, who talks via email like that?
You know what I'm saying?
It just goes to show you how closely connected everybody was, right? And this might be pre-chat room. So I don't know if these old dudes
they probably thought they was like, hey, don't talk on the phones, nigga. Email me.
Just email me, right? Because we're slick and swift, right? It's crazy.
They be tapping them phones, dog. Email me.
Right. And you know them phones dirty. Oh, email is the dirtiest. It is the most like you can't get rid of an email. You delete it from your computer and think I got away. Bullshit. They can pull the memory out your computer and say, look at this shit. And you'll be like, man, I thought I deleted that shit. No, you didn't. Ian, I know you love Trump and I know you love the Republicans so much.
Yes.
So what does this say to you? Just like, once again, the fact that we know now there was some close association.
Yes.
With Epstein and Trump. What does this say about our president? What kind of light does this actually shine on him?
Well, the light that it shines on him, one, it just goes back to his first term to where all he did was gaslight everyone he was in contact with. Like his first term, I did these videos called Trump by the Numbers. It's a 3-part series. Go to my TikTok channel and check it out, where I went over everything that he promised that he didn't do, from the wall, as far as to restructure healthcare, far as in regard to helping with manufacturing and helping businesses grow. And he did the Tax Act, and then multiple companies went under and 50,000 people got laid off in 1 week at one point with Trump, right? So what the light that it shows on him is he is who we thought he was. Him hanging out with a known sexual predator, it shines light on all of his other cases. The Jean E. Carroll. Guess what? He probably did rape her if you didn't believe it. As far as
no, he's convicted of that, Ian.
Yeah.
He was convicted.
People don't believe it, though.
What?
I don't know. Believe it.
Besides being convicted, like what does the word convicted mean? That means it's true. It ain't alleged, right?
No, I don't mean not to MAGA. You got it all wrong, sir. You and your doctrine got it all wrong. It's all wrong, Kev. Because convicted clearly doesn't mean anything to these people.
Not a goddamn thing.
Not a motherfucking thing. No.
Please go on.
That's what it illuminates to me, because he ran the whole time on he was going to release the Epstein files. So when it came down to actually release them, they did 50,000 redacted pages or whatever. And the most condemning shit came from Epstein's estate. Like where we seeing where he was sucking Bubba's dick, and I can't wait till you talk about that. That came from the outside. That didn't come from the DOJ. Go ahead, Capo. You want to chime in right now? Exactly. Dude, this is so mind-numbing. I don't even want him to go to jail, y'all. His reputation is so soiled because he live on that. He live on this tough guy, talk shit, fuck the left snowflakes, and that's all they are at this point. And I just sent the show out today to like 30 different Republicans. I hope they chime in.
So before we talk about the alleged fellatio, which you so gently referred to,
yes, sir.
Capo, I want to ask you, like, okay, so we have this president who prior to his election was convicted of 34 felonies, which weren't sexually related, but in fact, RICO related. It was basically a RICO case. Everybody said no, that's fine. Then here's this lady, I forget her name. She was a columnist, a magazine.
Jeannie Carroll.
Okay, and she in the store, Trump run up on her, grab her by the pussy. I'm guessing, I'm paraphrasing. I don't know what he did. She won a settlement. I meant $25 million, $48 million. It was millions and millions of dollars.
Yes,
she ain't never got to work again.
Ever. But let's say this too. We as taxpayers, we're gonna foot that bill. Right. And that's something we need to be checking on too, to make sure he paid for that out of his own bread. So okay, but that's one thing. So he was convicted of this. Convicted. The trial is over. So we move on. Now we see these emails about him allegedly spending extra time with one of the victims / accusers. It says in the email he spent a lot of time with this person.
Virginia Dufresne.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, Virginia. Yeah.
What do you say to Republicans and Trump lovers when you meet them, when you see them coming down the street? What do you, I mean, the ones that you care to have conversations with, what do you say to them? I mean, can they even look us straight in the eyes right now?
I can work with anybody, man. I don't consider myself to be Republican or Democrat, so I can have a conversation with anybody. However, when it comes to our esteemed and distinguished president, man, it don't take much to call a clown a clown. You see him with the makeup on, you see him with the suit, you see him with the big shoes, you see him with the red nose, you see him getting out the little car with 30 other motherfuckers, right? We knew what he was before he got elected. We didn't know that he was a pedophile or that he dealt with pedophiles or in pedophilia. However, we knew that he was a racist, right? We knew that he was a terrible businessman. That enough should have been enough to disqualify him from being president. Then after his first term, we see how weak of a president he was and how intellectually challenged he really is, right? But then we turn around and vote for him again. So I really don't have anything to say to the MAGA base except for what you gonna do next time.
Okay, so I guess what I'm trying to get at, and let me go to the chat room. Dion says he's tired of hearing about Epstein. Sorry to insult your ears, Dion. He said open up the phone line. No, I don't think the phone lines are closed. Nobody's called.
No, KB just let me answer.
No, nobody's called. He said Brendan Peterson said Trump was a Democrat then, which means nothing to me because I'm not assuming that the only reason he's so bad is because he's a Republican. Right. No, see, that's why this is where I'm nonpartisan. Because I think it's horrible people in both parties. I don't attribute the quality of your character to your political party.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you ain't shit, you ain't shit. I guess that's
what I was gonna add really quick though, Kev. Now, as far as the breakdown of Jeannie Carroll's payout, it was compensatory damages was $7.3 million. And because if you guys remember, Trump kept talking shit about her. So he got fined for that too. So they hit him with another $11 million for emotional harm. But the big one is the punitive damages, which is $65 million. And I don't see if they're going to be paid by taxpayers. But I do remember he set up that PAC. I don't know if y'all remember that, where they were paying for his legal fees. I think it's the Save America PAC, and I think that's what paid for his legal fees. So his supporters paid his legal fees.
Okay, because I was wondering if it was the same private donors who are contributed to the Great Ballroom.
Oh no, it probably is. I'm pretty sure some research. It probably is. Yeah, I'm 1,000% sure.
Just want to make that connection.
Yeah,
they always say follow the money. Brendan Earl Henning said What it do, my brothers? Love us. Fuck Trump. Fuck Donald Trump and Orlando, his friend.
Oh God.
Orlando's not here. He's not here. Still catches a stray. He still catches a stray. Brenda said, "Yep." She said, "Yep, he definitely shouldn't be in office." She said she say that because he keeps saying it was Democrats. Well, if anybody at this point is still paying attention to any of Trump's deflection tactics,
yeah,
you're not a very bright individual.
Absolutely
like
not.
It is the most like it's for you to say. Somebody say, "We got you on tape doing some foul shit," and you say, "That wasn't me, that was them." That's like the most simple ass response. It's not even complicated.
Saggy.
Like that wasn't me, that was them. So like he says, well, I wasn't hanging around him. The Democrats was hanging around him all the time. Well, you was like, one of them, and you was with him. That's why you know.
That's like Craig stole them boxes on his day off. We seen your ass though. We seen your ass though.
Another Friday movie too, by the way.
But more importantly, like I said this a couple months ago, and it was a classic show. And I see that Facebook now deletes the lives after a certain amount of time. So you if you want to see any of the past shows, you got to go to YouTube.
30
now.
days.
Yeah,
I'll just start posting that link so people can go back. But I said in that
What's
show,
the YouTube page, KB?
It's the People's Network. I've shared the link many times. I'll start sharing it more because you can go back and see all the shows.
Yes.
It's People's with a Z. I'll share it. So I wanted to say on that show, I said white people, and I called white people out specifically because I said we're side-eyeing you.
Yeah, I remember that.
The world is side-eyeing American white people right now.
Yeah.
Let me just break this down how y'all look globally. Silly, stupid, hypocritical, ass backwards, criminally complicit. You are supporting blind support for an individual who has shown time and time again he is without character or morals. He is somebody who is totally turned out by the dollar bill. Money has corrupted him inside and out. He cares nothing about any human unless there's a dollar sign or the potential to generate dollar signs attached to that person. And now this is like the third or the fourth sexual accusation. So we're going to have to go ahead and say he's a sexual deviant, not just a pedophile, because he assaults grown women too. Like he's a sexual deviant.
He doesn't discriminate.
Yeah.
And he is our president. And people here are saying, we love you. You're a hero.
At least we know he don't discriminate.
Even some of my people are saying. Even some of my people saying. Now, well, hold on. 92% of the voters that voted, 92% of black men voted for Kamala.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, 92% of the sisters and 86% of the men. I apologize.
Yeah, that's a lot of people that voted for Trump, though.
It's a lot, but it's not. It's well, I mean, at this point, maybe so, but it shows that some of us is fucked up too. That goes back to Marcus Garvey saying, everybody can't get on the ship and go back to Africa. You wasn't no good here, you ain't gonna be no good in Africa, right? That goes back to Malcolm talking about house niggas and field niggas, right? Like we know that there's all skin folk ain't kin folk.
That's right.
All right, so let's just say that, and so, but I wanted to say to anybody who's listening, if I confront you with this, because this is something I don't normally do. I don't really discuss Trump with MAGA supporters because it leads nowhere. But if one of them just so happened to just mention it to me, and I feel like talking, and I say, I don't understand how you could ever justify anything with this dude. You could say he's a good businessman. He did this, he did that. No. He is a proven sexual deviant for grown women and little girls. And now we hear about Bubba and him smuggling sausage.
Now tell me about Bubba. What Trump got a buddy named Bubba?
Well, let me tell you something. Bubba is Bill Clinton because he's from Arkansas.
Yes.
Oh, well, why didn't you just say Billy C?
Because if you know, because people who know, like I'm into the politics shit. So people who know, Bill Clinton has long been referred to as Bubba because he's from Arkansas, and they figured you got to understand when Bill Clinton announced his candidacy, people said there's no way this redneck is going to be the president.
Said it. They showed.
Yeah, they did. I remember that.
And he come along strong. and sweep everything out the way.
Bubba just walked right on up.
Well, I don't listen. First of all, let me say this. So if the president came out tomorrow and said, okay, I want to admit something, I'm gay. I like men. I like to engage in fellatio with men. I wouldn't necessarily off top say he shouldn't be president anymore.
Yes, you would. Stop lying. Yes, you would, bro. Don't you even say that.
I'm going to tell you why I wouldn't say that, Sean. Because, let me tell y'all something now. This is where Kev stings your brain.
I want to know how would you feel. Damn what you say. How would you
after
feel?
He got elected and said that.
Let me explain it. I have
his loose throat ass.
Have y'all ever heard of a man by the name of John F. Kennedy? Listen, hear me out. You know, John F. Kennedy, Camelot, they give him credit for being one of the most progressive and popular presidents that ever lived, right? Yeah. John F. Kennedy had a boy partner. Very, 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 very close to, who was even back then out the closet gay. Everybody knew this dude was gay. And him and Kennedy never separated. There's some very tender photographs of them.
Tender
photographs, right? I got a couple photographs of me and my partner at the club, and we might be like this, might have my arm around him, but I'm not standing behind him with my head over his shoulder like, hey.
Oh, God.
Right? No, those are Tinder photographs. Crazy. Right? That's Tinder. So there have probably been several salami smugglers in the White House over the years.
He gonna get kicked off the fucking Facebook.
No, we're not. We're telling the truth. We're telling the truth tonight. Even with the civil rights movement.
Hey, you got to think about that culture.
Well, it's been in effect.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, that culture, though, like, for those type of people, you know what I mean? You look way back in history, that's how they've been running. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing new.
J. Edgar Hoover, who was one of the most powerful men.
King too.
Hold on, Jay. Let me get to the white people first before you throw black people under the bus. J. Edgar Hoover, who they regard as one of the greatest law enforcement men, he's the architect of the FBI. I call him Gay Edgar Hoover because Clyde Tolson was his boy buddy.
Yeah, he was.
And they were very tender with each other. The civil rights movement, if you're going to bring up, First of all, his name is not Martin Luther King. It's Michael King. Martin was his rap name. Okay, his name is Michael King, and he was friends with a guy named Bayard Rustin, who was a very pivotal piece of the civil rights movement. He was very tender.
He was an organizer.
He's a pivotal piece.
He's one of the main architects of a lot of the things that they did.
Yeah, Bayard was a bad dude.
He was as sweet as a bag of Starburst. Listen, my point is, gay men have always been around. So if Trump is in fact gay, I'm not going to say it automatically disqualifies him from being the president. But if you are sneaking and smuggling salami, see, I never have a problem with a gay person. I got a problem with a person that's lying about being gay.
Yeah,
that's nothing. If you're a gay man, you're a gay man. But if you're a down low gay man, that's where my problem is, because you subject to fuck everybody off. You see what I'm saying? You might give everybody that package, and even though they have treatments and shit for it now, who wants to go through all of that? Like, nobody wants to do
conversion therapy.
Like, I'm just saying, this is not no like homophobic or nothing. I'm saying if he was peeling Bubba off. But I would attribute this more so to saying, once again, he's a sexual deviant. That means he'll fuck anything: man, woman, child, lizard, dog, rabbit, chicken,
horse.
That there's a horse somewhere very bow-legged right now, so we don't know.
No. Epstein's wife had a horse named Bubba. Just for context, it might not be Clinton. He might have been sucking the horse's dick.
Oh my gosh. And see, just for you put that out there.
It's true.
Ethan said that. I have nothing to do with bestiality. I don't support it. I'm not a fan of it. Brendan Peterson said MAGA not real smart. Dion says Epstein's brother came out and said this, not Bill Clinton called Bubba. What? He said Epstein's Epstein's brother came out and said this, not Bill Clinton. Called Bubba. Or who is it then? Okay, so it's not Bill Clinton. Who is Bubba then? I thought Bubba was Bill Clinton.
No, Bubba's the horse.
No,
Bubba's the horse. I wasn't being funny. That's the horse.
So she was
the dude today came and got out of jail.
Wait, so hold on. Let's get this straight because I want everybody to be on. And you should shoot this through the back computer. Is Bubba a reference to Bill Clinton, or is there actually a horse? And he was saying that Trump is going through giving fellatio to a horse. This is getting more and more fucking ridiculous as the show goes on.
I don't know what's okay. This is what the AI overview is. It says I put in the search. I did 2 searches. I put in 1, Epstein wife had a horse, Bill Clinton Bubba. So the last thing said Epstein wife had a horse. No. The claim that Ghislaine Maxwell had a horse named Bubba is a recent conspiracy theory and lacks evidence. This rumor spread online after newly released emails from Jeffrey Epstein mentioned the name Bubba in context that was initially misconstrued, leading to speculation about various public figures, eventually a horse. But that doesn't mean he didn't have a horse. I didn't think fucking Trump was sucking dick either. So it could be true. It might not be.
I'm much more confused right now than I was when the show started. And I don't want to spend too much time about horses and fellatio and like I don't want this to turn into that because that's not the point. That's not the point. Sharita Shaw, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Please share the show. All y'all, viewers' choice. Whatever y'all want to talk about tonight, we're open to it. The phone line is open. Dion said, "Open it. It's open." Landon Dedman said, "I really don't like homosexuality, but we all have a family member who's gay." Scratching my head, that in the closet stuff is bogus as fuck. I agree. Brenda Peterson said, "I heard Bubba Bill Clinton. My 80-year-old dad said so." I've always heard that was a reference to Bill Clinton, and that's what they called him. But so let's say this too, Landon. I'm totally with you on that. I'm not necessarily pro-gay, or I'm not like really a fan of, homosexuality. I'm not a homosexual man. I'm a heterosexual man. But I'm saying I'm evolved to the point now where I'm not naive enough to think that this is something new or that gay people should be murdered and buried in mass graves. It's part of society. It's part of society. My only issue is that I never can understand when gay rights became a thing, but heterosexual rights went away. Like, how did I become the bad guy because I'm straight? And if you don't really pay attention, sometimes that's the narrative that they kind of sell because they say, well, you really gay anyways. It'd be a lot of straight men trying to get at me. Well, he's gay. He's not a straight man. Like, hey, gay man, here's a tip. If this dude acts straight, but behind closed doors, he's flirting with you, he's not straight. He's gay. So you can't hold that against a straight man. Straight men don't flirt with gay men. That's just how it goes. We're not fluid with our sexuality at all. So I don't have to love everything you love. You know what I'm saying? So I once again, I have no problem with him if that's what he chooses to do, whether Bubba was a horse. Now, it's a little weird if Bubba was a horse. Okay, if it was a horse, we might have to talk about this. Like this is getting more it's getting more and more out of control, right? For his sake, let's hope it's Bill Clinton and not a horse. And you never thought you would hear me say that, right? It's wild. It's wild. Earl Henny said he acts like he sucks big dicks. Donald Trump
and his friend Orlando. That's two shots.
Earl.
20 minutes.
Earl. I can't take Earl nowhere. He refuses to act right, man.
Earl is hilarious, though. At least he's funny.
Outlaw Radio on a Monday evening. It's Outlaw Live, as you can tell. Comments are
Messy
uncensored.
Monday.
The phone line is uncensored. We are unbought and unbossed and unbothered, which means we pretty much say what we want to say, right? Apparently. And so do our listeners.
I wonder if it got messy on Monday for Trump when he was giving sloppy tops.
Right. And you couldn't wait to do that joke. Like you were excited. You came here tonight ready to do that joke. I can tell.
I did. This shit is hilarious.
Let's put fellatio aside. And we're going to parking lot the pedophilia accusations.
Yes.
I just want to talk about him being our president and him saying now all of a sudden there's sweeping changes coming because there may be some tariff money coming. I'm with the tariff money.
Yeah, of course.
Let me get that. Listen, it don't even mean I'm gonna vote for you. It don't mean I like you, but 2G's 2,500 is 2,500, no matter how you draw it. Sure. The tax act now, they're not going to tax tips, overtime, or Social Security. There's a lot of things coming down the pipe now that might be extradited in terms of legislation because it's fire. These emails are fire. This connection to Epstein may be the key piece to the sex trafficking problem we have in this country.
Yes.
He might be the biggest sex trafficker, and we don't even know the magnitude of it simply because he's wealthy and his connections. See, people don't understand. Epstein was a money guy. That's how he got rich. He can take your money, invest it, and make you money. So imagine the type of people he was around, the type of people he did business with.
That's why you'll never see the files come out. They'll never really be released.
Yeah,
we having fun with it and shit, and it's fun to make fun of Trump and Bill Clinton or whoever. But this stuff is never coming out, just for the record. And I was gonna say too, CNN did a poll. I don't know if you guys saw it, but they said 4 out of every 5 straight up independents, they're voting for the Democrat in the midterms. Like that's 80%. That's unheard of. Apparently, he's minus 59 points with registered independents. Dude, you've never heard that stat before. That is the wildest shit I've ever heard. So just to add some context, he better start doing something fast. Yes.
And once again, I don't want gay people to get to the point where they're saying, so you mad at him because he give head? Like, I don't want them to think that this is about them, because gay people tend to think stuff is about them.
Yeah, they do.
No, they just don't want us to make it. Like, no, we don't care. His alleged homosexuality or bestiality, because nobody's really told me whether this is actually I didn't know it was a horse involved, really. I just assumed Bubba was Bubba. And I was wrong. I put an AI video up in the People's News Network. I shouldn't have done it. Because I be trying to stay out the bullshit. But every time I drop out, it just keep pulling me back in. So, but yeah, man, how y'all feel? So if all this is true, are we okay with our because we're already okay with our president being a 34-time convicted felon who's been convicted of sexual assault and harassment and all kinds of other things, and we're cool with that. So if we add pedophile, sex trafficker, or at least participant, we're still cool with him being the president.
First LGBTQ MAGA president ever. Yeah.
Oh no, let's put the fellatio aside. Let's just talk about if this is proven that he and Epstein were actively engaged in sexually exploiting underage young women.
Yes.
Should he still be allowed to be the president?
Yes. I mean, you said engaged with underage women?
Yes, that's the accusation.
He should fucking be removed tomorrow. Shit, he's ridiculous. I don't understand his supporters.
Say again, come on.
Fucking with underage anybody he should go to prison.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I would agree with you on that because apparently there's no statute of limitations on that, is it? I thought that.
Hey, look at Bill.
Yeah, Bill. Right.
Let's ask Bill.
Look at everybody who's lost.
Let's ask R. Kelly.
Yes.
Just
the accusation, though.
There's no statute of limitations on that stuff, and then just the accusation. For most people, it ruined their lives.
Done
just
data.
Accusation.
Done data. But for some reason, first of all, let's say this, Kamar. Most people to be convicted of 34 felonies at one point in one trial is fucking up their life. They ain't going past go.
I don't know no nigga that got 30-something felonies and ain't in prison right now.
In the same trial.
Hey, to add context to what you said, you just asked, was there a statute of limitations in regard to some of the crimes that Trump did? Now, this is for New York, because I'm going to assume most of it happened in New York or Florida, but we'll just do New York. Rape in the first degree, obviously, there's no statute of limitation on that. Rape in the second degree, 20 years. So rape in the third degree, 10 years. And other sex felonies are 5 years. But I got one thing to ask. Now, a lot of he sued CBS, I believe, for $17 million, if you recall, when they called him a rapist, or it was ABC. I can't remember the network. But the thing is, though, that happened with E. Jean Carroll, like what, 30 years ago? So if he quote unquote sexually assaulted her, how did he get convicted and awarded damages in the civil case? Because if there was a statute of limitations, then then that was a witch hunt, like he's saying and his supporters are saying. But the initial, when he was initially convicted, he was an adjudicated rapist. See, this is the problem I have with a lot of these outlets and all this other stuff, dog, because we know he raped her. I don't care what he says. But it's just funny how they switched it up. I don't know
that he raped her so much as he sexually assaulted her. I don't think rape was the thing. I don't know the details, but here.
Yeah.
So supposedly, and what got Bill Cosby caught up is there was a change to the law.
Yes.
That if the statute of limitations had come up on a sexual assault accusation, they had 7 years to refile.
Whew.
And that brought all of the people out of the dark from back in the days who had ever been victimized by someone. Hell, we got so many celebrities, Smokey Robinson, just so many celebrities from back in the days who just have been brought up on crazy SA charges from years and years ago. But I think it was the change in that law that said you now have 7 years to kind of go and refile these charges for sexual harassment. So I think that's how she was able to get back at him, get this thing back in court. So I'm pretty sure that's what I read, if my memory serves.
No, you are absolutely right. As far as if anybody wants to look into this is the Justia U.S. Law website, and it says that Carroll versus Trump, number 23-793, second circular 2024. It says in 1996, Trump encountered E. Jean Carroll, and Trump sexually abused her in a dressing room. In 2022, Trump made public statements denying the allegations, yada, yada, yada. But you are absolutely right. They're saying it was sexual assault. Just for everybody out there, he didn't get convicted of rape.
No, he's never been convicted of rape.
Not rape.
Not rape. Yeah. And so, but yet and still, if you push up on a female in a dressing room in a department store, because when you say assault, sexual assault, it could be a bunch of things. You could have rammed your finger in her. Like I'm not trying to sound.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you're
like,
absolutely
it could
right.
be like something very uncomfortable for the female, and it's not necessarily rape, but it is like egregious. Like if you just grabbed her breast and squeezed it really hard, and she was like, ouch.
Yeah, and they're not going into detail in here either, Kevin. In the Justia U.S. Law website, they don't go into detail at all. Actually, they just say that he sexually assaulted her, the payout, the damages, and federal rules of evidence. That's all they talk about. Yeah, they don't go into the details.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me. My point was that law came and kind of changed the game. I don't know what's up with. I don't know what's up with.
He changed his name like the artist formerly known as.
He got like all kinds of pages popping up, and none of them are working. Mikey, hey, what up, Deacon Mikey Davis? He said, hell no. He said he should be this is Earl Henning. He said he should be eating jail food for 20 to 30 years. He's 80. How many? I don't know that he has 20 to 30 years left. God bless. Right.
Well, Kevin, development. I read down a little further. Let me just read this paragraph, and I want to correct myself. Miss Carroll pushed Mr. Trump back, but he thrust her back against the wall, causing her to bang her head again, plural, with his shoulder and his whole weight of his body against her. Mr. Trump held her against the wall, kissed her, pulled down her thighs, and stuck his fingers into her vagina. That is exactly what's in it. That's exactly what you said too, and you didn't even read that. You already knew. Yep. Damn, bro. Wow.
Because the words mean something. So harassment is more like if I walk up to her and I'm saying, "Hey, baby, why don't you let me get that pussy?"
Yeah.
I love to play with them titties. That's harassment. And she's saying, "Stop, leave me alone." Assault is I'm going into the draws, and that's very crude, I know, but I'm putting my like I'm. Right. It's gotten physical. That's assault, right? Because assault involves contact. Mama Jenkins, how you doing? Welcome to the show. It's Outlaw Live on a Monday. I said Wednesday earlier. It's Monday. I'm out of it. I'm sorry, y'all. She said, good evening, my Outlaw family. Just want to share some turkey giveaway days with the listeners in the city. When 11 a.m., November 20th, where Mount Zion Baptist Church, 2207 North 2nd Street. Brentwood Church of Christ will provide turkeys and groceries while supplies last. When 2 p.m., November 21st, 6425 North 60th Street. Heart Love Place, Turkey Drive through giveaway, 3229. Dr. Martin Luther King Drive, just to name a few. Mama Jenkins, if you could please either send me that or put it into People's News Network.
Oh, yeah.
I would love for people to know that information. So the government shutdown is actually over. Okay.
Yes.
Crisis averted for all of you who were like, they finna riot and cut out the food stamps. Like, I feel like people who said stuff like that were stupid because you're under the assumption that everybody in the country gets food stamps. Everybody wasn't going to be hungry. It was just going to be a few people. So it wouldn't have been no riots. I said a few people. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not trying to
You sound like a Trump supporter.
I do. But I'm just saying, I just think people were overreacting. But I'm glad the government shutdown is over because there are people who were not getting paid, who have jobs, and we're getting close to the holidays. Nobody needs that kind of bullshit.
Mike Epps was happy about it.
Oh, Mike Epps. Let's talk about Mike Epps. Let's talk about
You got a problem with him anyway. That's why I just brought it up.
It's right on my talking points, right? Like, I wish I could show you, like, it is literally right below Trump on my talking points. I want to say this about Mike Epps. Let me see if we can bring Sean back. Are you okay? Like, he disappeared again. So
nigga a magician.
That's fun. You gotta come out the basement, bro. You gotta go back upstairs. Your basement is just all concrete. There's no signal, right?
Oh shit.
Mike Epps is, to me, please turn down your. Why do people call here with their device turned up? I never understand. Mike Epps is one of the funniest comedians of our generation. Yeah, Mike Epps is one of my favorite comedians. Mike Epps is from the Midwest. He's very accomplished, and he's shown range that he can actually act, and he's funny.
Very
talented. But for some reason, and I guess this is the price you pay of being funny, he is subject to put his foot in his mouth every now and then. His latest statement of, I'm glad that some people are, and first of all, keep in mind, you said this, brother, and people weren't actually ever cut off. You know what I'm saying? And now the government's back up, so it really makes your statement asinine. I'm glad they cut people off because he spoke to the dependency of certain people who don't need welfare. They need to basically get up off their ass, and he didn't say it necessarily like this, but he also stated that the food that people purchase with their SNAP benefits and their food stamps leads to poor health, and this is why a lot of people are unhealthy. This was one of the most tone-deaf, uninformed statements on public policy that I've ever heard. And this is why sometimes entertainers, Mike Epps included, should just shut the fuck up.
Hey,
shut up.
A little bit of that is true. That very end of what you just said is true. Because let me tell you something, man. I go to the grocery store, and I got this bad habit of cart watching. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And look, I be in there and I notice, man, motherfuckers, they cart be over full with all these snacks and cookies and cakes and all the bullshit, and then not a vegetable in the cart. Unless it's a can of green beans or something. You know what I'm saying? And then even that ain't right. But I'm just saying that to say that a little bit of that is right, man. A lot of our people buying the wrong kind of food. Like, we really should be trying to get healthier. I ain't telling nobody what to eat or what to buy, but that is true. You know what I mean? Yeah, most of EBT
you
in our
opening up
community
another
is
can.
getting spent on bullshit food, not nothing healthy.
I'm going to always agree with you when we talk about everybody collectively needing to really adjust their dietary habits. I will never disagree with that, because that is so true, because we all in some shape, form, or fashion consume processed foods. Even though a lot of us try our best not to, it's part of our lifestyle in America. But I will counter that with this, Kamar, because what you said is true. But
it's very true.
This is kind of making the assumption that people who don't have SNAP benefits and are paying with cash don't fill their carts up with the same bullshit.
It ain't as much. They do, but it ain't as much. All I'm saying is, like, when if we talking about bettering our community, and then we limit the type of food that our community can buy with the money that's given to them, I think that would make a small difference. You know what I'm saying? Because see, now you got to buy vegetables, you got to buy fruit, you got to buy stuff that's actually good for your kids.
That's what a lot of Republicans actually believe.
I know shit that's gonna promote ADHD and shit.
So okay, so to eat healthy, this is the last I checked, actually costs a little bit more than one of the reasons why they consume so much junk food is because it's cheaper, right? I thought that was one of the things.
It used to be.
It costs more if you're still buying all the bullshit. I'm gonna tell you, look, how much money you gonna spend in the produce section if you go to the grocery store?
A lot.
Depending on what you get, if it's organic or I don't. It depends on what you get.
And then you only gonna get what you can consume because you know it's gonna go bad. I'm telling you. Trust me when I tell you, if you ain't buying all the bullshit, the sodas, the cookies, the snacks, and all the processed foods and shit, and you just going for the vegetables and fruits, it ain't that expensive.
So hold on, Sean. Well, Sean, his argument is that if you have food stamps, you purchase more junk food. That's what he said. So you're agreeing with
I understand what he's saying.
But my thing is this. Hold on. Well, I don't necessarily agree either because I don't have comparative statistics. I'm not saying whether it's accurate or not. I don't have the information in front of me. But what I'm thinking, this is just me though, y'all. What I'm thinking is, if you don't have SNAP benefits, now you have cash money, right? To me, if that's your diet, you're going to go in the store and still use your cash to purchase the same shit. I don't see where they turn the corner and say, well, I don't have food stamps no more. It's veggies from now on out. I don't.
No, I'm talking. What I said was, if they limit what they could buy, like if we give you these SNAP benefits, you can only buy healthy food with this.
I'll get you on that. Okay.
Okay, hold on.
So he was talking about people not having them.
Why is that wrong? You know what I mean? Like telling somebody they have to buy.
I'm gonna tell you why it's wrong.
But wait, hold on, Sean. Just let me clarify his statement. He wasn't talking about restricting the kind of foods. He was talking about taking their SNAP benefits away. Right. So no money. It wasn't about what you said might be helpful if we put restrictions on it. He was saying, I'm glad to see some people cut off, period.
No, I ain't saying that.
That's what Mike Epps said. That's what he said in his statement. I
see the point, though.
Of course,
from both sides,
Of course you do.
No. That was some bullshit. That was some bullshit, especially coming from an ex-powder head. But that was some bullshit, right? And let me say this, right? You know, we also often fall into what we say that we don't want to be, right? We don't want all these regulations. We don't want all this government oversight, right? But it's cool when they tell a mother that may not know how to cook.
Oh,
right. Maybe that's all that she knows. She may not know nothing else. Maybe she was raised on processed food and bullshit. But then we tell her, well, you can't buy this for your kids. Now, people on food stamps, when they go to get groceries, they go and they use their food stamps for the most part when they got them. Ain't no save them because, shit, if I got these food stamps, if I save them, I'm going to spend it at the corner store on bullshit, right? They try to fill their house up. If they got kids, you know your kids want snacks and shit, right? I don't think, I think it's bullshit. I really do.
Okay.
I think it's bullshit for the government to try to tell a mother or a parent, right? Now, I'm not saying that all this processed food is good. I'm not.
Are we for the good of the community or not?
But to tell them that, hey, you can't buy this certain food without educating them on why, right? Educate them on why, and then educate them on how to go about buying groceries. Because groceries for a lot of these kids are chips with little meat sauce on it. Because ain't nobody taught them nothing different.
I just want to add.
I totally disagree with that shit.
Go ahead, Kamar.
How many of our parents was like, you gonna eat what the fuck we got, and that's it?
Your parents, my parents, but that's
you know what I'm saying. Let me finish, Sean. I'll let you talk. Let me finish. I'll let you talk.
I thought you was asking me a question.
No, it was a rhetorical question. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Like, how many of our parents, when we was kids, was like, no, you gonna eat what the fuck I cook. You ain't got no choice. Mm-hmm. Or we heard our parents say, nigga, if you hungry, you gonna eat it. You see what I'm saying? So so what I'm saying is, like, why can't we push healthy on our people?
I have to add one point, and this is just me now.
All that processed food, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna have to
add to the community being fucked up.
And you know what's funny about what Kamar just said? Why I have to 1,000% agree with him now? Just the word SNAP, it stands for Supplemental Nutrition Assisted Program. Right. So by definition, it should be for vegetables.
It's supposed to be nutritional food.
When you say supplemental, though, don't that mean substitute? So instead of a potato, I get a potato chip. That's what I'm saying. Instead of a potato, I get a potato chip. Now hold on. I wanted to ask because Kamar.
That's true too. They used to say that all the time
in the old school house. But my mother, I ain't gonna lie. If I didn't want what she cooked, she didn't say that to me. Like, if you don't eat what I cook, you won't eat. She'd say, "Here, go $5. Go get you something." That's just me. I just want to throw that out. They don't mean shit. I'm just saying I didn't have to because my mother would cook certain shit.
What did you go buy?
Man, it depended on what day of the week it was. Shit, I might have walked to KFC. We might have walked to McDonald's. We might have went to. Shit, it's a bunch of places.
See what I'm saying? If we let our kids
my point is it wasn't. This is complicated because not everybody's the same way. We when we deal with people, we sometimes come close to utilizing a one size fits all methodology, and I think that's where Mike Epps is tone deaf at. Because let's be honest, Kamar, a lot of the people who listen to Mike Epps and go to his shows and watch his movies are poor, downtrodden people who don't have awareness of how to eat. So when it goes back to, I
agree with y'all on the rest.
I'm all for the change if the information is there. Because like Sean said, if you take a young black mother, who we have a lot of single mothers with children, and everything is about convenience, especially Kamar, if she's part of the working poor and she's working 2 jobs just to keep a roof over their head. She don't always really got time to do the most nutritious thing. Is like go in the refrigerator and get them TV dinners, and there your kids go eating the bullshit. So it's not that she wants to poison her kids, but she's like, I ain't got time to be here cooking. I got to be in my second job. So it's
and y'all got to think, TV dinners, all that shit, pizzas, all that's processed, all that's gonna be cut out too. All that's gonna be cut out.
I'll tell you though, reality in 2025, nobody should still be eating TV dinners. Like that shit right there is
pizza.
No, pizza, frozen pizza, fish sticks, pizza rolls, all the microwave popcorn, anything that's in a can. Like we consume this shit like out of convenience. Like a lot of people, their lifestyle dictates their eating habits. So I'm on my way. I got to be there. I ain't got time. Look, I got to stop, get these kids some nuggets and shit, take their ass, drop them off with my mama, and get to my job. I got 45 minutes. It's that. It's now she going to do meal prep, Kamar, and she's smart and she's conscious to say, I fixed their lunches Night before, everybody got a piece of fruit.
And then
everybody
not
got
only that, but you know what I mean. We adapt.
It's a lot of adaptation needed.
If I ain't got no money, and you give me some money and say all I could buy is this, you know what I'm saying? I got to figure it out with that because you giving me some money, right? And this is some food I could go buy.
Mm-hmm.
I still can't get upset because I didn't have it in the first motherfucking place.
At least they gave you the money. They didn't cut you off totally, which is what he was talking about, Kamar. He was talking about cutting people off.
And then another option is sell the motherfuckers and go buy the bullshit.
There you go, right there. There you go. Sell them to a vegan and go buy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you eat vegetables, right? Here, take this. I can't buy nothing with them. You like, shit, I just caught. Now this motherfucker gonna go to all these.
Keep refusing. If you just gonna keep refusing to be healthy, sell them motherfuckers and
sell them. Get rid of them. Like you said, adapt. That's adaptation, ain't
it? We said throw us away instead of trying to figure it out. Because no, that's what we said. You know what I mean? If you can't handle these $450 that I'm giving you for the month, if you have to supplement it on pizza rolls and fish sticks, then you don't eat. But I'm only giving you $450 when 3 pounds of ground beef costs you $35.
That's not what I said. So you said we.
No,
I know that's not what I said.
Hey, look,
I'm saying though.
I will give you $10. I will give you $10 to go get something to eat before I give you $10 to go to the liquor store.
I was a union organizer, right? I was a union organizer. I had people working at McDonald's, working at Wendy's, and still getting food stamps because their pay did not supplement it. So they had to figure it out, right? Now, thinking about the person that's not working, but getting food stamps, and they got 3, 4, 5, 6 kids. Yeah, you made some bad decisions in the past, but I'm going to punish you now because you made bad decisions in the past. And if you don't buy this food right here, which is going to take up all of your money, and you're going to get a third of what you was getting because of tariffs, fuck you.
Well, let me go.
We also will be correcting future bad decisions and bad behavior with that shit because people are gonna start to learn how to use it.
We're not.
Sean, hold on. Let me go to the chat room because they are adding to the conversation. Ewok is in the chat room. He says Trump's still trying to get the judges to cut the stamps. Brandon Peterson says SNAP benefits need to go up then. If they want you to buy healthier food,
they do.
Shout out to America Homes. Let me get the chat room, y'all. Let me get the chat room. America Homes says nope. I don't know what she's saying nope about. I think that's a female. I'm sorry, y'all. Brenda said then SNAP benefits will only last half the month. Earl Henning says big money. He says big money in bad food. Yes, it is.
Hey.
$1 billion.
All this processed food and shit is the reason why our kids got diabetes and high blood pressure now versus when we was kids. You know what I mean? And it was all the older people that developed it. That's one of the big fucking differences. That's one of the things I would like to change. And this is one big way to change that. Like I said, I be in the grocery stores, man, and people getting $500 of stamps and shit, and they got all this bullshit. Cupcakes and donuts and candy bars and popsicles, and you know what I'm saying? It ain't meals.
Hey, all I gotta say is my ex-wife is not perfect, but our kids ate a certain way. Still, my son gets straight A's. My daughter had a 4.0 through high school. My boy Rod, who's probably watching the show because I sent him a message, his son is Jalen Johnson, plays for the Hawks, and he was Eastern Conference Player of the Week, and he never gave them bullshit when they were younger. And that's all I gotta say.
So no, Kamara. First of all, Kamara was making me hungry. But secondly, because he was naming off all the shit that I eat, and I ain't got no SNAP benefits. But I'm saying, diabetes and high blood pressure runs in my family. It runs in my family. So I had cousins. I have cousins and relatives who had that from an early age. It wasn't about the diet. It was
of course.
God bless my cousin Nicole. God bless my cousin Nicole. God bless my cousin Nicole Malik, because she's been dealing with it since, and she has made a great life for herself. I have to shout her out for that. She's persevered, but she's been dealing with it. Now I wanted to go back to Mike Epps, because we got away from Mike Epps, because I want to give Mike Epps his, because Mike Epps made this statement. He made this statement. I'm already kind of slanted with Mike because he just continuously disrespects Milwaukee. Like and I know for a fact that he has people up here that he rocks with. I know this is a city where he has been and kicked it and hung out and comes here all the time and does shows.
Got his powder from and everything.
But my only issue with a statement like this is I feel
he keeps saying it.
I feel like and this is something we need to avoid. We gotta stop throwing each other under the bus, especially in front of these white folks. Like
that's what we do. Hold
on. No, there's a way. Hold on, Sean. There's a way for us to communicate with each other. Because Mike, you have influence, brother. You have been proactive in your community in terms of buying your neighborhood.
Yeah.
You purchased all of the rundown properties. You've improved your community. What I would have liked Mike to say, Kamar, is, see, that's why in my neighborhood, I started a program in my neighborhood where I make sure that there's green spaces for gardening. We have a curriculum at the community center. I opened a store. Like, I feel like instead of us always shitting on each other, sometimes we have to just apply science and make it an applied science and do and then talk about instead of talking about without doing. That's why my problem my problem with him is that. And you know, he got money and he's an entertainer. So we can't I can't really hold his feet to the fire because he's not a nutritionist. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question, KB.
What's the question?
So are these houses that he brought up, are they low income houses now? Since he bought those dilapidated properties, did he turn them into low income houses trying to help people, or did he do what other developers do? Go in and I'm gonna redevelop and fuck you. I'm gonna push you out the neighborhood. I don't know. I'm asking.
No, I believe that there was some emphasis on creating affordable housing options to prevent gentrification in his neighborhood in Indianapolis. Don't quote me. I believe there was something written in there, something baked in there that really offered options to the people from the community to be able to afford to still live there. Go ahead, Kamar.
So what does
Oh no, I was just gonna say, you right, Kev. That's what it was about. You know what I mean? He was fighting gentrification.
Okay.
So what does this?
I was just gonna talk about that a little bit and say that, you know, like this goes to what we was talking about, like how it could be like somebody can be a dope person in real life. You know what I mean? Do some dope shit. You know what I mean? But it just could be a couple views what they have on something. You know what I mean? That's different. And then in turn, just off of those couple views, we start shitting on them. You know what I mean? Like, and that go right along with what we was just talking about as far as tearing each other down too.
But I would love to know his stance before he got into movies and shit. When he was on food stamps, when he was blowing hard as a crackhead. What was your stance then?
Well, obviously he's grown. Right, that's what I'm saying. Obviously,
But ain't nothing wrong with changing your perspective.
But hold on, Sean. He's speaking from an informed, enlightened perspective. I'm assuming he's saying I've made some changes to my diet, the way my family eats, and I can see the benefits. So I want to spread this message. It's like it ain't what you do. It ain't what you do. It's how you do it. For me, it's like Bill Cosby with the pound cake speech. Was Bill Cosby accurate about some things?
Well,
he absolutely was. But did he need to come to Milwaukee to browbeat us about how poor and broke we were? I don't think he did.
Hey, and I feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I see so many times throughout the day where people come in telling me about what they're going through, and for the most part, it be the food that started the shit. And it be them talking about, I can't stop eating. I just can't. Listen. Listen to what I'm telling you. It be them talking about, I just can't stop doing this. I just can't. But I mean, damn, you just don't want to be right there. You know what I mean? Like this this is one of the types of rules that can make you better. You know what I mean? Like there's a we could criticize each other. A lot of the time the criticism be a way, something where it's like we weak at. You know what I mean? Somebody criticize me. I'm going to take an honest look at myself. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's something I can get better at or learn a little bit more about. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. But like, I feel like that's one of those things where like, okay, if we do keep giving you this money, because like right now, they trying to stop it all together.
Yeah.
So what do we want for them to stop it all together or be like, or if they said, look, we're going to give you this money, but you can only buy this type of food with it.
But see, that's my point of this all. That's my point of this all, Kamar. What you just said was key, and context is everything. He wasn't saying regulate it. He wasn't saying let's teach. He wasn't saying, he was saying, this is what he said. Well, I'm glad some niggas need to be cut off.
Well, that's why I started off what I said with, this is why I do it.
Right. I was talking about Mike Epps, and not you. It ain't you. It's Mike Epps. It's Mike Epps who said it.
And Mike,
it ain't you. Of course, we know you ain't gonna say no shit like that.
And I'm with y'all on everything else that he said. Like, yeah, you wrong for all that other shit. But I just said that it was that little piece at the end about the processed foods and stuff. That part was right.
Processed food, we can all unilaterally agree processed food is bad for you.
Yeah. So and that's ultimately what I agreed on.
Yeah.
And that's what most of our kids, that makes up the majority of their diet.
And they was talking about, okay, if we do keep it going, we can regulate it by saying that, and you know what I mean, you can only buy healthy food. And from my perspective, how I talk to people every day, the same people that's on SNAP, that get SNAP benefits, you know what I'm saying? Like that would help me in my line of work and with my purpose here on earth.
I'm gonna tell you what else kind of makes this statement bad on his part, because these babies can't control what their parents buy. These babies can't go. These babies can't go in that store and say, "Mama, take this shit out this cart and go get some vegetables." She gonna say, if you don't get your ass out of my face, like you said, Kamar, you will eat what's in the house or your ass will starve, right? So when you say that, when he says things like that, you are inadvertently saying kids should suffer because their parents don't have clarity. And so that's why you have to be careful when you make blanket statements, because them babies, they just want something to eat. You know what I mean? And it ain't their fault that we are shoveling processed shit down their gullet every 5 minutes. So you got to be careful. Go ahead, Sean.
And my thing is this, KB. Okay, 20 years ago, we wasn't talking like this. You know what I mean? The society, these different variables, you know, now that we're older, that ain't no good for us. But we forget that we were in the same predicament, situation, circumstance that a lot of these young people were, right? This is what I got to eat. This is what I like to eat. This is what my mama feed me. Now you gonna take this away? I don't know nothing about cooked food. I don't know nothing about dinners.
Hey,
I don't know nothing about dinners.
Sean, let me plant this seed too. So I did grow up with a mother who understood, like, okay, you eat what I cook, right? And the food that was natural, which wasn't supposed to be processed, was fried, was fried everything, was pork everything, was cooked in lard, was cooked in shortening. So that was bad for you too. And that was natural. But my mother was like that. She's like, we have a pork roast. That can't be good. But this is natural food. This ain't processed.
And then let's be real. They ain't saying you can't go buy that chicken. You can't go buy that hamburger meat. You can't go buy them steaks. You can't have them shrimp boils. They ain't saying that. You know what I mean? That shit is, they consider that shit healthy.
No,
it's on the food truck.
Yes, they are. They talk about cutting off shrimp and lobster and all of that.
Well, that's cool too. Even that's cool too, because they spend it. That shit's too expensive any motherfucking way. You ain't got no motherfucking money. Why are you eating lobster?
Right. So I might as well move to Russia. I might as well move to Russia then.
Wait, hold on. Crab legs, and now we talk about these crab boils. Most of these hood people ain't putting lobster in their crab boil. They put straight up crab legs.
Motherfuckers, you saying motherfuckers ain't eat lobster off that quest?
I don't know.
But hold on,
I don't know
how
what they
can
buy. I don't know what.
Hold on, man.
I don't. Listen. My brothers don't eat no seafood, and every time I'm eating shrimp or crab, he be like, "Them sea bugs. Why is you eating them sea roaches? them sea roach legs." I be like, "This shit is good, dipped in butter." I don't know what you talking about.
They want us to eat hamburger, hot dogs, pork, everything that they say we shouldn't eat, all bad parts of the meat, because a steak on $35. I'm only giving you $400. They're not giving you no more money. So we say, okay, you go get you 4 packs of hamburger, bread, some beans, and for half the month you on your fucking own. So we have adapted to everything that we say we don't want to be. These same people that are regulating this shit are the same people that's fucking up the country.
Go.
We agree with part of what they say because it's convenient to us because, we working now. We got money now. We can afford that shit, right? We ain't on food stamps. But what about the people that are on food stamps? We wouldn't want a motherfucker to tell us not to eat this, not to eat that, not to eat this. But because we can afford this shit now, because we can live in a different class, now we gonna say, well, no, y'all can't eat that either. Y'all should eat. Yeah, cut that shit off. No, that's bullshit.
So let me go to the chat room because there's some opinions that are being expressed specifically from Ewok, who says just let people buy what they buy. They can't be fucking food police. If people die, then they know why. He said people know what bad foods are, man. They don't give a fuck. Oh well. Earl Henning said food for the kids. Erica Hunt is in the chat room. She said, "What up, Outlaws?" She said, "Found out today I got another bully racist boss fired. Union strong." Shout out to you, Erica.
So you put somebody on food stamps and now they can't buy no food.
Listen to that dude.
They got to eat processed food.
Ernest Walker in the chat room says, "Being a comedian doesn't give you a free pass to say stupid shit. You on a platform, nigga." Erica Hunt says she eat chicken wings boil. She eat chicken wing boils. I don't. Am I saying that right, y'all? What's a chicken wing boil?
Yeah, that's nasty, bro.
I don't know what a chicken wing boil is. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
That's nasty.
Earl Henning said food is too high. So listen, my point was just to go at Mike Epps. Because I just think like all this is great information, right? And it all makes sense, right? Because
you just want to go at Mike.
Listen, any celebrity, I am against any celebrity or any person who rises above, right? And really gets so high and mighty that they really thumb their nose at the downtrodden people. There has always been an issue with poverty. Most people who live in poverty don't eat well. They don't eat the best things. It's just like
that's one of the main reasons why.
It's just like when we was down south. We didn't have money. When we were in the South, we didn't have money, so they gave us spare parts. Pig feet, pig ears, pigtails.
Yep.
And that's what we ate. Pork everything, fried in lard. We wasn't using vegetable oil. We using shortening.
Y'all had real vegetables and shit. We had real vegetables. We was eating vegetables. Our parents was cooking vegetables.
Yeah, but if you put fat back in the,
but they was cooking pork and shit too.
I'm just saying they was still cooking vegetables. That's all I'm saying.
They were with a pork neck bone in it.
Vegetables are better than no vegetables.
Absolutely.
Now they get mac and cheese. Now they get mac and cheese.
Yeah, that's very true too. But to add context, 1 in every 300 kids have diabetes. Just to go to, maybe we need to monitor what these kids' intake is. So,
hey, and then one more thing. Like, really, I don't think that's focused towards us. You know what I'm saying? Because more white people on Snap than we is.
Yeah, exactly.
But he said niggas.
Per capita, it's not though.
Well, I'm just talking about as far as cutting it off and saying who can eat what and all that type of shit, saying what you can and can't eat. Like, that's for everybody. That ain't just us.
I'm still charging that Mike Epps. right? I'm still mad at Mike Epps. I'm gonna make somebody hate Mike Epps with me tonight. I don't care.
I already hate him. I'm right with you.
I don't hate him. I'm joking. I don't hate him. I don't hate him.
Oh.
I don't like when I don't like. Listen,
my bad.
I don't like nobody
Slow
to
down,
disrespect
Sean.
my
Slow
city.
down.
I don't like nobody to disrespect my
ready to
city.
start dumping.
Anybody who's famous, any celebrity. Like I seen on the Breakfast Club, they were trying to shit on Milwaukee, and Cam Newton on Wisconsin, and Cam Newton of all people had to straighten Just Hilarious and this other girl out because they was talking about, yeah, Russell Wilson was in Wisconsin. Ain't no swag in Wisconsin. Ain't no, and he said that you know of. Have you been there? And he started naming off places and see, he said you don't know. And they looked stupid. I don't like anybody to disrespect my city. I don't care. I don't care if what you're saying is true. Like if you say, yeah, they got a short ass mayor who ineffective. You can't talk about him. I talk about him. You don't get to do that shit. It's like me and my brother can have a fight, but fuck with him. We gonna jump your ass. Like I'm not. Exactly. I don't like it. So Mike Epps is, and if this city is so bad, then stop coming here. Don't come in. People here, comedian. We give passes out to comedians who say dumb shit all the time instead of saying that's some dumb ass shit and that's not funny. Unless you think it's funny. If you think
he does have a show coming up in April, boycott that motherfucker.
Well, I would. I mean, silently, passively, right? Allegedly,
man,
right?
So silently, I'm gonna be openly trying to boycott his fag ass.
Mama Jenkins said chillins cost. She said chillins cost $30 a bucket. She said I call them gourmet steaks now. It used to be the worst part of the hog. Now they next to steaks. Chitlins has become $30. Chitlins has become a delicacy along with a lot of the foods that we used to eat. But just remember this: they're meant to have every now and then. See, we was eating this shit day in and day out. This was all we had to eat. So it's cool for you to go to a restaurant and say, oh, I'm going to try the pig feet. And you eat them pig feet, and then you go and maybe you don't eat no pig feet for, a year or two. But this was like Tuesday and Thursday for us at one point. Neck bones, pigtails, pig feet, pig ears, chitlins, bacon, pork chops. And we said it's good eating. This is good eating. And so it was the main staples of our diet. So, she's right though. Mama Jenkins, $30 a bucket. Like my mom, I ain't gonna lie. Rest in peace to my mom. I never ever ate anybody else's chitlins except for my mother's. But I would eat her chitlins, and they were delicious. That was some hot sauce. You got yourself a meal.
Motherfucker, right.
I know that's your device now, Sean, because we didn't get the echo till you came back in.
Yeah, no, I got to turn my phone off. I'm back on. I had to turn my phone off.
No, but it is a delicacy. It is a delicacy. Earl Henning said that he said he should remember that he didn't have money back in the day. He went on to explain how. Now he did make some points when he explained how sometimes nutrition has a connection to cognitive function, right? If children who are in developmental stages don't get the right nourishment, that does contribute to why so many of our kids qualify for these special education diagnoses. I believe that if you don't get the right amount of sustenance at an early age, it does delay your development. And if you couple that with an environment that's not conducive to positive childhood development, then it just makes it worse and it contributes to mental health. So I don't necessarily disagree with him. I disagree with the way he made the statement. And I'll say this until I turn blue in the face. It's okay to criticize me. It's okay to tell me what I'm doing wrong, but please tell me how I can fix it. Mm-hmm. Don't just say it and walk away. Look at your fat ass and walk away. How can I lose weight? Please help me. Right? At least give me some Ozempic or something. That's what the white folks do. Erica Hunt said, I feel like you, Kevin. I don't like when they talk badly about my city. Yeah, man. We got it rough enough, man. We don't need no help with that. We don't need no help. So Mike Epps can,
Mike Epps can.
And I'm still gonna watch his stand up because he's funny.
I'm not. No, he's not. He not a. He's not as funny in stand-up as he is in movies.
He is funny to me. He's not Dave Chappelle funny because Dave Chappelle does a brand of more intelligent comedy. But I do think he's funny. I think his is more buffoonery. Some of it's accurate socially, but he's not one who you're not going to
out of the
go
top 5. He might be 7.
Top 5 is subjective.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Whoa. Who top 5 right now? Comedy.
Well,
I ain't heard that in a while.
He not
right, but that's what I'm saying. That becomes so subjective that we never get done talking about it. It would take 10 because somebody gonna say Slap It White was funny. Ain't nobody giving him his credit.
No, I mean, as of right now, like the
legends.
I
don't think it's even germane. I don't keep up with. I can tell you, I like to watch Ali Sadiq and I like Chappelle.
Ali is nice.
Both.
I think Ali Sadiq is. I think he's very funny.
I still like Kevin. I like Dave.
Yeah, I mean, but Mike Epps is up there. I'd sit and watch him. I'd sit and watch Earthquake. Yeah. But every time, just because I'm a fan of you, don't mean I'm gonna put up with your bullshit. It's like I love Doggy Style, an album by Snoop, but him doing the cryptocurrency ball for Trump was some bullshit.
Yeah,
I can say it, right? Like it's okay, and nobody should think that they're above criticism. There's nobody on this planet who is above and beyond being criticized, especially if you're bringing it to the public. Ewok says our school lunch was processed foods. They fed us that shit. Now go and tell us what to buy. They gave us milk. They gave us milk. Y'all know the whole food pyramid that they told us when we was little was all bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Y'all know like rice is bad for you. There's a lot of, Kamar, you correct me if I'm wrong. There's a lot of beans and shit that you shouldn't eat.
It ain't that you shouldn't eat them. It's just that they don't do too much for you.
They don't hold a nutritional value that we was told they did.
Right,
Legumes,
not as much, right.
Cheese, milk, ice cream.
It's horrible for you.
The only thing they told us that was the fruit that was on there, right? Like, remember it was a campaign for pork, the other white meat. That's it. Remember pork, the other white meat.
The other white meat. Yep, I remember that.
But then even some of these vegetables.
Dig this. The word protein. It ain't what the fuck is it, right? Ask was protein. They used to tell you back in the day in school, amino acids is different types of protein. You see what I'm saying? But then they teach us about the word protein so we could go buy this meat. You need protein, you need to go eat some steak. You need to eat this chicken for protein. And you dig what I'm saying? So really that shit was all about the farmers, I feel like.
That's all it was. It's about money. Yeah. That's all it was about. But they fooled us.
You get protein from amino acids. Amino acids are proteins. Your liver turned those into the different types of proteins that your body needs or send them to where it's supposed to go.
And they also did us that they was playing games and genetically modifying the fruit and vegetables, selling seedless shit, and the pesticides, the Monsantos that you spray. It's a big ass fucking game.
Yeah. Can I say something though? I think we fell into accept that over time, right? Society and government, culture, everything has adapted to this processed shit. You know what I mean? You got to think about, we've been eating this shit for 30 years. I stopped my kids from eating McDonald's and processed food 15, 20 years ago.
Damn.
Right? But before that, I was eating that shit for 15, 20 years. So it's been around for a while. They've been pushing this shit slowly for generations.
I'm laughing because
and now man, everybody think about your Rufus King guy, but now
I'm laughing because I just had a Big Mac Saturday and everybody in my house was sitting there looking at me. They was all sitting there looking at me disgusted, like, why are you eating that? And I was like, because I can.
I have not had a Big Mac since 2010 when I started working on the Fight for 15 campaign because I started researching fast foods and shit, right? And learning about the ingredients and how they make these foods and everything, just off of union organizing. I said, well, I want to understand what I'm fighting against. And when I got to researching dude, we have adapted to these new normals, right? That's a new normal for a lot of families, right? A new normal for a lot of families is some Doritos with some meat and cheese sauce from the corner store, because it's $5. It's a meal, and it helps me sustain till I get some more money, right? So my thing, going back to Mike Epps, is, dude, you were there at one point. You was damn near a crackhead, nigga. Real shit.
So hold on,
you was
Sean.
damn near a crackhead. Yeah.
I hadn't had one in a while either. But listen, but I did get
was
one.
It good?
Oh, it was delicious. Listen, now here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you why I did it. Because I told y'all I was gonna get back on my health kick. Yeah. And I've been at my blood pressure, and I went to the doctor, and I got a good report. And they said, "You're doing well. Your blood pressure's down. Congratulations." Because like Kamar said, you know, when people are so weak and they start talking about, I can't stop. I can't stop eating. You can stop. Because that's why I hadn't had a Big Mac in years. Because I knew a long time ago, don't eat that shit. So you can stop. If you are that weak, it's more of an illustration
and
that you need to stop.
That's why I say, like, I'm against taking it away completely. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm cool with limiting some of the shit that you can't buy. It's the shit that ain't no good for us. All the cupcakes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Damn. That Sean, like you say, like we taught to think this type of shit is a meal. A kid say they hungry, and mama give them a cupcake or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that shit ain't normal. It ain't cool.
We've been conditioned. You know what I mean? Our society has changed and accepted, right? Our society pushed this shit on us. You know what I mean? It was a societal change. That fast food is good.
I want to talk about that societal change. Hold on a second though. I'm gonna go to my chat room. Earl said, "Fuck who don't pay your rent." Mama Jenkins says, "School lunch, mock chicken legs, and that pizza always got me." Man, chicken patty day. Oh my goodness, boy, some bartering going on.
I ate all that shit. I've never had a problem with school lunch.
But I did. I ate one mock chicken leg. One.
And then did they serve that in? Did they serve that in Waupun when you was in school?
Up your ass, fucker.
No, you are a free man, Sean. There's no more up anybody's ass.
Hold on, that wasn't even cool.
You are a boy,
Damon.
How did
you transition in a Waupun from that, bro? For real? You know,
see, because
when I first got to the penitentiary, bro, they was feeding people real food.
Using yours bologna?
Shit. No, seriously. My first day in prison, right? I got a all beef hamburger, some French fries. I stopped eating pork in prison because it was undercooked. They gave me a pork chop that was undercooked. I'm like, damn.
And then you gotta remember
they serving pork chops.
Hey, some of these prisons got farms and shit.
House Correction has one.
You know what I'm saying?
Winnebago has one.
Got farms and shit. So the prisons a lot of the time they get real meat.
They get real.
Real food. And if it ain't like he said, that motherfucker got a pork chop or something. You ain't gonna get no shit like that every day.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like you say, you may get burgers and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Well, so the only time
you gotta think about it.
The only night I ever spent in jail, they gave us using your lunch meat on some bread, so it wasn't.
Oh, that was the county jail.
Exactly, it was the county, and I was I said no, I'm not eating that
pillows.
I said I'm not eating this shit. And look, I said I ain't eating it. They damn near jumped me for it. Give it to me. I'm like, leave me alone. But listen,
I want y'all to think about something, KB.
Hold on, Sean. Let me finish the chat room. Because Mama Jenkins, she said, I just go see Kamar and give me some detox. After she eat all the BS, I guess. She said the city will be paying the police $25 million back pay to the police. Erica Hunt said, dang, Kev, you talking about my favorite topic, food, but not answering the phone, rolling my eyes. I got Dion on the line who's been waiting. Dion, what's on your mind? Thank you for waiting, man. I apologize.
Man, I'm down there. I just wanted to just check in, man. I've been on the highway, man. It's 2:00 this morning, man. On the real came from South Carolina. Man, I did it in 15 hours, man. I wasn't even fucking around, man. You know, motherfucker got to go ahead and man, coming through them Confederate ass Southern states at night, man. My motherfucking mind be playing tricks on me, man. But I'm happy to be back here. You know, I represented well down there from Milwaukee. You know, always an ambassador for my city. Big G on my back, crown on my head, I'm a king. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know, and I just want to come touch base with my niggas as always. I ain't got too much dialect for y'all tonight because I'm about to go and turn in. I got to give a 5:45. Going to punch this car, man, trying to make some of this money back I spent. But, you know, I just had to call and check in with you niggas, man. You know, I love y'all, man. Salute my Outlaw.
I got something for you. I got something for you, too, Dion.
You ain't got no shit to. And I ain't got no lot of money for no dog. You know, my birthday is Friday. I'll be the big 48. And the partner people called me today, so I'm gonna finish filling out my partner application. You know, I ain't looking forward to it. I'm just gonna go through the little process with it.
What they say,
man, like I said, I'm listening to you guys.
When your birthday, Dion?
He said Friday.
My birthday, November 21st.
Mine too, dog. What up?
Dion, what the pardon people say to you? Cause I just went and got my papers from the juvenile place, which I didn't know I had to have because when I was a juvenile,
yeah, you gotta have all that shit, man. That shit too tedious for me though. I feel I'm gonna go on to fill it out though, but I filled it out once and was denied, so I ain't looking for that shit. Fuck that. I've been a felon shit since what 2000 and shit. It's 2025, so I ain't missing nothing out of that shit. I'm living life as it is anyway. Maybe old Trump will let nonviolent fellas have guns and shit. But like I said, I ain't gonna hold y'all up, man. I'm about to fall asleep listening to y'all. Put you niggas on the timer, man. And I love y'all, man. Y'all niggas be safe out here in these streets. And hopefully Wednesday I'll be full of energy, man. I can call and pop some shit with y'all, man. But other than that, y'all stay safe and be smooth, man. I'm gone.
Peace out.
Let
peace
me
out.
ask you, make a statement, KB, regarding that gun thing.
Do you know your camera's off? I don't know what's up with your phone, your connection tonight. You know we can't.
Man,
I can't
that's
see.
My AI, man. My AI been like really controlling my.
You need to fire your AI. He sucks.
Your AI.
You need to get some humans to help you.
Yeah, I know, man. You know, I'm learning these programs, right?
Don't experiment on my shit. Don't be experimenting while you on my shit.
I got it on my computer. I got all these different AIs on my computer. You know, I went through this class, man. It was 568 AIs that I could have chose to be my assistants. And I chose 30 additional, right? So now they just gotta everything has to adapt.
Long story short, you don't know what you're doing. You got some shit on your computer.
I do.
You are the old dude. I'm trying to figure this shit out. Talking about which one is it? What this button is? I don't know what this is.
I made an app that everybody needs.
Your connection has dropped like 12 times tonight. I beg to differ. You don't know what you're doing. Go back to what you was doing before. No AI, man. No. That's why you can't give old people certain shit, right? Like this.
Hold on, bro. Stop calling me old, bro.
Remember your mother have cable and they get off channel 3 and she don't know how to get it back. So she's like, come on here and fix my remote. Just put it back on channel 3, mama. She didn't never.
I'm not that disadvantaged at that shit. So
you're geriatric.
Bro, that's not even cool, bro.
Erica Hunt said she liked that saying, Dion.
Listening to Erica.
She said, I'm an ambassador for my city. No, listen, I got another question for y'all because I didn't get too much information on this. Supposedly, allegedly, there was an individual found hanging from a tree in Brookfield.
Yeah.
Where?
In Brookfield.
Okay.
So I didn't have any. I couldn't find any really. I seen it too late. I want to be able to talk about it because was this a person of color, and is there an investigation that says
it was a person of color? I haven't heard about an investigation. So yeah.
Okay, because it seemed like you would have heard more if it was black person hanging from a tree in Brookfield.
That's what they said it was. A black person.
Now I know a couple weeks back we talked about the brother down in what was that, Mississippi at the college where they said black people don't hang themselves, and I'm like, yeah, right, yes they do. People commit suicide all the time.
No, black people don't really hang themselves. They'll take pills or they'll shoot themselves. They do not really hang themselves.
Well, you can't really say that though, because you don't have the data on how
statistics.
Well,
of how many people were found.
Where'd you get those stats from?
From Shine Wikipedia.
My point exactly. My point exactly. Like, yeah, I love when black people come with statistics. Like 9 times out of 10.
I can give you some data though.
Or at the end of the day,
I do perplexity. So I can give you some data.
I'm not sure if that's a word, but go ahead and use it. It is Outlaw Radio.
Perplexity is my AI agent that researches over 9,000 outlets.
Can you ask your AI to just make sure your connection don't drop?
In 30 seconds.
Ask your AI to make sure your link don't drop.
Okay. I went and I'm looking here. There was a person found hanging in Brookfield. There's one person who's a podcaster saying it was a black man, but the police websites are not saying what race or anything. But apparently he was 39 years old, and that's really all we know.
Well, now who's the podcaster that said it was
media?
Who said that?
The media is not saying that, and the guy, his name is Ty Like That. So Ty Like That is reporting that it was a black person.
I'm gonna wait on the news. I'm not saying Ty Like That.
I'm not with Ty.
I'm gonna wait on the news.
Yeah, I'm not really taking into account. He's the only person saying it was a black person.
We got like, why is this being ignored? But we gonna wait. We'll see.
But every other outlet, Brookfield police said there was someone hanging on a golf course in Wisconsin. In Brookfield.
Okay.
Yeah. Ty just don't sound right.
Erica Hunt said,
Ty might be jumping the gun a little bit.
She said, I can't get a link. Rolling my eyes again.
Let me answer her, KB. Let me answer her, please. Let me answer her.
I didn't hear what you said.
Let me answer her.
Go ahead. I don't.
This is Man Show Monday. We're not messing with you.
Did you just rename the night from Messy Monday to Man Show Monday?
Yeah, kind of.
I don't like the name Man Show. I'm uncomfortable with
because it has an inference to WNOV.
No, because it sounds gay. The Man Show. Like I'm not like I actually prefer the company of my wife, who's a woman, as opposed to a bunch of dudes, right? Like it's like, hey man, come be on the Man Show with me. That don't sound right. And I like so that's kind of like a weird segue, but people have told me that they want to hear and talk about relationships. So I kind of wanted to get a round robin of the panel. Yeah. Starting with Kamar. Should we add some form of programming or even maybe just a night to talk about relationships, foundational black relationships, black love? Is this Kamar? You think this is something people want to hear?
I think if we did, we had to have an interesting female perspective, woman perspective.
Okay. Or a good relationship.
Like, unless we talking to men about men, like are we correcting our own issues? Are we taking a look at ourselves? You know what I'm saying? And fixing different parts about ourselves. Like, you know what I mean? Like we can't, it's got to be directed towards us if it was all men talking about relationships.
If anybody out there knows a relationship expert or like a marriage counselor I would welcome them to the show.
Me?
You are what?
I have counseled over 20 couples in the past 5 years.
Are any of them still together?
Yes, all of them.
Damn, I'm surprised.
Oh, motherfucker.
No, I'm really surprised.
Just like you Just like you, the Negro whisperer, and yeah, I'm the ghetto counselor.
Oh my God. Okay. The ghetto counselor with the man show on the man show, right? Okay.
What day are you thinking about doing it?
I don't have a day. I don't have. We had discussed initially a Friday, but there's nothing on the wall. There's just all brainstorming. It is all conceptual at this point. We haven't. We discussed some different angles to take with it. What my thing is, I want my audience and the people who rock with us on Outlaw and who have been rocking with us for so long, I don't want to talk about nothing if they're not interested in it. Because I'm truly humbled by people who support our platform. So I don't want to jump off. I don't want to jump off the cliff and start talking about relationships. And they're like, I don't want to hear Kevin them talk about that shit. Talk about the mayor. What the fuck you talking about relationships for? So I want to know if people out there are interested in it. I'm just gauging interest. What's happening, Sean? This kills me. When cats do this on the show, this kills me. Like, we used to have to do this in church when we get ready to go out.
Man, with Horseshack, and be like, hey, well, anyway.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. But I believe that talking about relationships from a man's point of view, from a male point of view, right? We can educate women about men somewhat, right? I think everybody on this show, I'm in a relationship, you're in a relationship. Well, I'm not in a relationship no more. My bad. Okay, anyway, but you in a relationship, Kamara in a relationship, you're in a relationship. I had a healthy relationship. I had a healthy separation. Still got a healthy separation. We still cool. We actually still stay in the same house. And
are you still in a relationship, right? Like, come on.
No,
I ain't in no relationship. I'll be right up there.
No, not like that, because we don't do all the intimate stuff, but we're still friends. We still co-parent. We still, co-regulate the house and shit. But that's because, we're comfortable with each other. We can converse without blame. There's no anger in the separation. So, and it's convenient financially, right?
Oh yeah.
But I think that having different perspectives from men give women a different outlook on men, because we hear a lot from women that aren't in relationships, and a lot of women talk about how men ain't shit, right? But I have three men on this panel. I have 3 men on this panel with me that aren't in that category.
But I don't reinvent the wheel, and I don't think it needs to be reinvented. I think it's very simple. That's why I kind of stay away from anything relationship based, because either you do or you don't. Okay, this is the key to any relationship, whether it's marriage, whether it's engagement, whether it's boyfriend girlfriend, whether it's being friends, whether it's just a physical thing. Either you want to do it or you don't. At the very moment you decide that this is no longer what you want to do, it is over. That's it, simply.
For some people.
Well, hold on. Right? Let me finish, ghetto counselor. So my point is, in 20-something odd years of marriage, 24 of marriage, there's been many issues between my wife and myself. Many issues, many adverse situations. But at no point, there was a point when both of us basically said, I no longer want to do this, right? And we went like this. As soon as we said, you know what? I think I want to do it again, we got like this. That is the only major factor. It ain't because, oh, your love is so good. Oh, you the finest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. Oh, don't nobody cook food like you cook food. It is the simple desire to want to be together. Because when you want something, you fight for it. You make adjustments for it. You make sacrifices for it. You'll find a reason to continue to persevere. When you don't want something, you come up with 1,000 different reasons that you should leave. And sometimes you can't talk yourself out the tree. It is just over. That's why you hear people say, what happened to your marriage? We outgrew each other. We grew apart after years and years. So that means that lack of want to dissipated. Okay.
That's why.
Let me go to the chat room. Erica Hunt says she's talking about Sean. She said he's a woman hater. Oh, little rascal ass ninja. Called you a little rascal.
I love women, baby. I love women. Believe me, I love women.
She called him a little rascal.
I'm obsessed with women.
Wow. Mama Jenkins said, just do like I say, baby. We gonna work it out. You can't argue by itself. She said, I tell my husband all the time, it ain't that bad. You will get over it soon. 44 years strong and kicking it. And like, you know, it's you left the dishes out. So you leaving? That's just how I approach it. Like, Kevin, I got up this morning and came in the kitchen. You made a mess last night. And I'll be like, damn, baby, I'm sorry. Well, you do this all the time. So you want to break up? Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. Okay. I said, let's move on.
That's extreme, baby.
What's extreme?
Maybe you need to come on the show.
No, what's extreme? What's extreme?
Well, because the dishes were left out or they weren't put in the dishwasher last night. Oh.
So what's extreme? What's extreme?
We're not doing this no more.
No, we will do it. It's going to happen again. Are you leaving?
Right. What I'm saying is,
if you're not, then let's talk about something else.
The are you leaving is extreme because if it's
realistic,
it's a problem. If you're gonna leave over some dishes,
that's my
more
point.
Than dishes, baby.
That is my point. You're not leaving.
And that's why we need to do the show. That's why we need to.
It's very simple, and that's not extreme at all. Why are we talking about this for an hour? You mad about the dishes? I said my bad. You said I said my bad. We should not continue talking about this unless you're saying I'm leaving.
There's underlying issues. That's why we're talking
maybe in your house it was underlying issues. In mine it was.
I'm not
talking
about
in my house. No, so we're cool.
See, I'm not talking about in my house. I'm talking about in households that I have come in contact with. Right, what you just said. Right, it wasn't the dishes. It was something else just as petty, which I'm not going to talk about because I just can't. But I've run into couples that they find themselves in a space where this insignificance is so significant now, right? And my thing, okay, let's find out what's the underlying issue so we can work on that so that this right here really isn't an issue.
That's overcomplicating it. For me, it is. Okay. I ain't talking about you.
Okay.
Once again, this is 24 years.
That's why I'm the marriage counselor.
Right. But that's why I've been married 24 years. Because we don't overcomplicate things that don't need to be overcomplicated. Because guess what? We both going to do something that's going to piss each other off at one point. And I might bring it up and say, dang, baby. I say, dang, baby, you did this or that and third. And she could look at me and say, so you leaving? I'm going to say, no, but she's going to say, I said my bad. So there's nothing else to say.
Right.
Now, if there is an issue, then go. Then bye.
Well, if the dishes or garbage is an issue,
leave.
That's not the issue.
If it's an issue, leave. It don't matter.
What I'm telling you though is
I don't have time. I don't have time for the bullshit. That's why I won't go. That's why I won't go see no counselor or no therapist. But they don't know.
You already talking about right here, brother.
That's why I would never come see you with my wife because you have no clue what goes on in our house. You wouldn't be able to help us.
Why not?
Because we both at one point look at you and say, "You don't know what you're talking about."
I beg to differ.
I don't.
I do.
Oh wow, no.
Erica Hunt said, "Educate the men." She said there are a lot of us women who are ready-made families. Wait,
stop right there. Hold on. Stop right there. Hold on.
Should I address you? Address this.
Let me say something, and I'm not knocking nobody, but what you just said does not make sense. It's a I'm bringing you a ready-made family. You're not bringing me a ready-made family because I didn't help you make that family. So it's not a ready-made family. I have to adapt to the nuances and the intricacies that y'all have already adapted to and have made a part of y'all lifestyle. So it's not a ready-made family. It's a family that I have to come into and adapt to, so it's not ready-made.
Listen, let's do this. Let's do this. Brothers and sisters out there. Let's take the last part of the show and talk about this. We're gonna give it a sample size. Sisters who have issues with men.
Bring her on. Bring some women
Let me.
on the show,
Can I drive? Just calm down. If you have an issue with men, the phone line is open. Those if you got issues with women, if you got issues with women, the phone is open.
If we, hey, I think a relationship. What would be good for that show is a woman that has an issue with men to be a panelist.
Like this one on the line right now. This is Erica Hunt
for that show.
Yeah.
Like this one, Kamar. This is Erica Hunt.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
What? I missed that part, dialing in. What was
Just
that?
say okay. Just say yeah, okay.
He said, in order for the show to work, we need a woman who has problems with men. So you called in.
I have a lot of problems with men. However,
okay.
That's not. Sean, why you keep fucking with me, man?
You said ready-made family.
Listen, first off, that comment was intentionally meant to be funny. First off, but I used the stereotype that people like to call women, which is ready-made families, right? But then I also said that these men aren't ready-made fathers. Why? Because all of them have been saying they don't want to take on the responsibility of another man, which still makes us a ready-made family.
Let me. Mama Jenkins is saying something in the chat room that's very, very poignant, and this is, I guess, where I'm at with it too. She says, "I packed my shit one time, and I got to thinking, I didn't work this hard to give up. So take your ass in the basement or outside. Leave me the hell alone. We talk every day about life. I mean, because you still want to be with that person. You're saying this is something I'm willing to fight for. So me and Mama Jenkins are on the same page. Like, take some time to cool off, go outside, drink a beer, smoke a bowl, do whatever it is that you do. Blow that shit out, come in the house, and just relax."
Why Kamar shine the spotlight though? Is this a spotlight?
Can I say something? Because y'all think that I'm just a baby mama. I'm not just a baby mama. I actually was married 10 years and with my kid's father 15 years.
Who said you was just a baby mama? I didn't say you was just a baby mama.
No, the way because I'm dating now, but I ain't had to before 2020. You get what I'm saying? I was in a committed relationship, lived together, and not only here in Wisconsin, but we had a home in Florida as well. So I don't want nobody to knock my credentials like I'm not in the fight. There are certain things that you do have to say, yes, I'm leaving for. Okay? So I'm a divorcee in the single life.
Everybody has parameters. You got to have parameters. But what you said was, you said you have a problem with men, but then you said in your statement, you said educate the men. So I'd like to know what you think men need to be educated on.
I want to hear this.
You heard me say blended families. Blended families matter. My hashtag says blended families matter. And at this point, the chaos and the trauma has been done. So both sides of the fence, and shit, y'all need to have an open mind.
Hold on.
No sooner than I said that, wait a minute, no sooner than I dropped that comment down there, Sean was like, wait a minute, you just said ready-made families. Don't nobody want to take care of another man's responsibility.
I didn't say that. That's not what I said. I didn't say that another man didn't want to take another man's responsibilities on, right? I'm saying that you can't call it a ready-made family because there's no such thing as a ready-made family. A family is built. A family takes
Well,
time.
And they call it mixed family. And they call it mixed family.
You old schools could probably educate me because all the old heads around me always used to be like, she a ready-made family. She a ready-made family. I don't know what that really meant.
That's disrespectful.
Well, Sean, hold on.
You should have looked at that as disrespectful.
So, Erica, here's the thing. You said that men should educate themselves on, I'm going to say mixed families. I'm not going to say ready-made because that's kind of like slang for mixed family. But if you are the one who brings the kids to the table, should he be educated on it, or should you be educated on how to integrate or bring him into it? Does he need to do research?
I can't integrate with a man who don't want to be a stepfather.
Okay. I can understand.
That's what I mean, but you know what I'm saying? We can't even have that conversation.
But then he don't need to be educated then, does he?
Just to be a hoochie daddy.
But if he don't want to do it, then that means he has no interest, so he don't need to be educated.
Ain't no educating going on.
Google is saying that a ready-made family is a family that has already been formed by a person who has children from a prior relationship. Just to add context.
Oh, so I use that in the correct status. On the record, I use that shit right.
That's why I was laughing because I'm like
AI. He sounded like AI and shit.
He know, man. He sounded like Claude.
I knew when she was saying it, I knew she was right, but I had to check to make sure I was right. She was.
No, why do we say that it's a right? Because it's in the dictionary. Why do we say that it's right? Because
that usually mean dictionary and definition usually go together.
That don't mean it's right. That don't mean it's right.
I don't know about in Black River Falls where you went to school at, but
I say, man, but no, seriously, man. Listen, man. Listen.
You always doing Rufus King jokes, man. I got to get at you.
Man. There are some men that want to establish a fact, that want to have their own family, right? And that's not a knock on a woman or nothing, right? That's not a knock on that man. But for any woman to say that you have to accept this ready-made family.
But what about
I may have to adapt to the.
What about the idea that if you love the woman, what about the idea that if you love the woman, you accept her kids as part of her? I love this woman. I want to be with her. These are her children. I must embrace them because that is part of her. I can't expect her to say, "Fuck my kids, I'm going with him." Like you are coming into her life. So if you're going in that situation, you can't get there and then complain because you knew the job was dangerous when you took it.
So here's something I want to add into that, right? I want to piggyback off that. Like when I'm looking to date these men, like one of my criteria questions is, can I use you as an emergency contact? Why? Because when I was married, my husband was an emergency contact. When I fill out school papers, we have to list somebody outside of me as an emergency contact. A lot of men to be like, oh, no, I don't think I want you to put me down like that.
You can't say that on the first date. Can you be my... No, I don't want to be there, man.
I didn't say that on the first date, Goofy.
That's like we sit down for ice cream.
You don't do that. You don't do that until y'all together. Y'all living together. Y'all together. That's when they become the emergency contact. Like,
I can't be
my point is,
Kevin is...
My point is, you got some responsibility over not only me but my kids. Like,
no, I don't have no responsibility over nothing when I first met you. My only responsibility.
Didn't nobody talk about first meeting you? I don't ask you that on your first date.
Erica, you said criteria. You said criteria.
Right.
That would indicate.
I said part of my criteria is
that means before
contact for me. I'm not really allergic to shellfish and shit like that.
But listen,
so when I'm dating a guy, like, do you know what to do to save my life?
Erica, when you say criteria, it suggests that it's a requirement off top
to be with you. So if part of the criteria to be with you is this responsibility, hold on, baby girl. Is this responsibility for being responsible for your life?
Damn.
And I just met you.
Damn.
Honestly,
but you got to think about it with sexual hygiene. When we talk about mixing fluids,
can I finish?
I need for y'all not to talk over each other.
Can I finish, please? When you say something like that, that criteria and me being responsible for you, and that type of weight that I got to carry, I don't want to be responsible for you just meeting you, getting to know you. I don't know your kids. I don't know what I'm gonna do with you. No, I'm not signing up to be your contact. I'm not your emergency contact. No, I don't have that connection with you. I'm not gonna do that. Now, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9 a year down the line, yeah, you could put me down there if we make it through those steps to say, hey, you know, we want to try to go further. But no, when you put that type of pressure on me as part of your criteria, you know what I'm saying? That's like these women.
Well, even this is too much. Even this is too much, Sean. Even this is too much. It's wasted oxygen. Because hold on, this is a simple fix. I meet you. You tell me that's one of your requirements. I say I'm not the man for you, and I move on.
I'm gone.
I'm not compatible. So we don't need to have a long, drawn out conversation, because if normally when you meet someone and you talk about dating, you start saying, so what do you want in a man? Tell me, what would I have to do to be your man? And that will give you an opportunity to lay your ground rules out. And if any of those strike me as something that I was uncomfortable with, I need to at that moment say, well, you know, unfortunately, I don't want to assume that much responsibility this early. I don't, you know, there's always a way out. I don't think you have to waste a whole lot of time on it.
You tell me that in the first 9 months, I'm out of there.
So why would I be wasting my time with you and wait a whole year to find out if I can use you?
Why would you put that requirement on me?
That's one of her requirements. We can't ask why. It's one of her requirements. It's like
but here's my question though. Here's my question. Because we gave you a chance to talk. Here's my question. My question is, if you see me and you are approaching me and you see that I have 4 children, you see that I am a ready-made family, why do you think that I should give you my time, energy, and body for you to say in 9 months I can't be your emergency contact? I'd be less than a fool to not have that as one of my criteria. And I ain't even talking about taking it on for my kids within the first year. But nigga, can the police call you and say, hey, she been in a car accident, and do you know how to contact my eldest or at least somebody else to be like,
come on, what was your question? What was your question?
I was just saying you don't have to give them your body. You don't have to do all of those things. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't getting it back. I was saying when y'all in the relationship, y'all locked in. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we together every day, all day. If something happened to you, yeah, I'm the emergency contact. You know what I'm saying? That at that point, it's automatic now. You know what I'm saying?
So you saying when we get to a certain point, that's a given, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's a mutual respect.
Now at this point, I'm owning the responsibility.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But
and now on the woman's side, now I'm just saying this too. You don't have to give your body to no man until you get to that point.
And why would
if they don't want to rock with you, they don't have to. Yeah. They can let them go.
And why would you introduce me to your kids within the first 6 months if you don't know that we're gonna be there, right? You know what I mean?
We're still in the talking stage. I'm trying to find out how serious the person is trying to take.
Exactly, baby girl. We're in the talking stage.
What kind of questions should I be asking in the first 6 months?
Hold on. Before we get to questions, let me go to the chat room. Because you and Sean need y'all own show for this shit. Because nobody else can even fucking talk. Both of y'all just going crazy. Ace says, would she be okay with her successful son to get with a woman with a bunch of kids? Or would she want him to be able to build his family naturally?
Yes and no.
What'd you say, Ian?
Yes and no. It depends. It depends on.
I got an 18-year-old son right now.
It depends on her character level. Like, for instance, my oldest daughter, her and her husband are married. They got a kid. Gave me my first grandson. They did things, quote unquote, the right way. Now, would I want my son, who's 9 years old, successful, say he's like his oldest sister or like my 19-year-old, and say he's some type of because she has a doctorate in finance, he's a successful businessman, entrepreneur, he takes over what we do down the line? and get with a woman with a. And when you say a bunch of kids, Ace, are you referring to 1, 2, 3? Was she married the whole time and she's a widow or whatever? So if she just, a straggler and she got a whole bunch of kids with a whole bunch of different men, no, hell no. My son can't date her, and I'm gonna pay him not to.
Right, no. I was about to say, you don't get to tell him that.
I get to say whatever I want.
No, you don't get to tell him that.
The thing about relationships is finding somebody that's compatible with you. You know what I mean? Y'all work well together. Y'all live together. She keep you on top of your game. You know what I mean? She pushing you all the time. She speaking into you. You know what I'm saying? Keep making you show you your best person.
Yes.
She may have her level of character. Yep. What's her character level?
May have a few kids.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But she can keep you on top of your game and shit.
Yep.
But you're not gonna find that out.
Listen, a bunch of shit happened to you in your past. You went through a bunch of shit. You probably got a few kids too along the way.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing happened to her. But hell, y'all didn't know y'all was gonna develop into who y'all are today and work well with each other now.
Yep.
This is Ace. He says, "Tell her we got to make it through the gauntlet before I'm held responsible for you."
Good point.
Which means it has to be tried and true. I'm just gonna say this: when I was single, one of my things was I couldn't, and this is me being young too. I could not embrace a relationship with a woman who had children that were not mine. I was at that point emotionally, I was unavailable for that. I was unable to do it. And part of it is because there's a maturation process that you have to undergo just dealing with children anyways, and parenting and guidance and that kind of thing. When you're young, when you live in your life, my brain wasn't there. One of my requirements, if there was a possibility that I would get serious with a woman, was that she had no children. Now, you fast forward now to when I'm an old crusty ass man, right? So if I'm single now and I were to meet a woman who had children, it would not bother me nowhere near as much.
No. Because
like my brother just said, I have 2 of my own. Right. So I'm at this point now, that's not a detriment to me. No. Unless I was expected to come in and become their father. I'm not their father. I'm going to be with you. I'm going to be an accessory to you. I'm going to be a support to you, but I'm not going to come in and assume a role that I can't fit into. So I'm not coming in and he's 17 and I'm like, listen to me, boy. God damn it, you stay under my motherfucking roof. I'm your daddy now. No, you're not. No, he gonna say, no, you ain't. You ain't my daddy. I'm gonna come in and say, listen here, man, I love your mama, man. And your mama loves you. And so I want the best for her. She wants the best for you. And if that's going to keep her happy, I'm going to support you to a certain degree. But I do understand I'm not your father. We're going to have more of a friendship, like more of a family. It's going to be a family bond, but it's not going to be me trying to be his dad.
Right.
Unless his daddy is deceased or he never met him ever. And he said, no, listen, you've been with my mama 5 years. You've always treated me with respect. I revere you. Now, if I came in and he was 2 and I raised him to 16, I'm your dad. I'm your dad. I'm your dad. But if he's 17 when I hook up with your mama, that nigga named Tyrone. He ain't my son. That's Tyrone. What up, Tyrone? What up, Kev? That's how we gonna be. It ain't gonna be no. What up, stepdad? But I'm there for him. Whatever he need. If he say, hey, man. If he just want to say, pops, what up, man? But I'm not, bro. You know,
as long as his mama kicking it in, I'm there too.
Oh Lord,
this nigga full Ving Rhames,
right,
baby boy.
And the way he said it was just slimy, right?
That shit sounded slimy as fuck.
Weirdo.
Let me get them SNAP benefits so I can buy some veggies, baby.
No, I'm gonna buy some crab legs.
Oh shit.
Right in the kitchen.
And where them juice boxes at?
But I wanted to answer that question somebody asked me.
The snacks, Kamar. I want the fruit snacks. Who ate all the
motherfucker eating all the fruit snacks?
Chips and cookies.
Go ahead, Erica. What's your question?
No, somebody had asked me a question in the comments, and I was gonna answer.
Oh no, this is Ace saying. He said, she also has to understand that the woman is being vetted as well as the man. Yes. It's not one person making the decision either way. That's Ace Cooley in the chat room.
No, but somebody said something about what would you want your adult son to be?
Oh, he asked, would you want your son to get with a woman who had a bunch of kids?
So I got an 18-year-old son who is dating. And no, I do not want my 18-year-old son to be dating a woman with a bunch of kids and he don't have none of his own. Me and my son have that conversation.
That ain't got no kids.
What you say, Sean?
He said, how do you require a man to accept you and your kids?
Yeah.
First off, I'm not looking for an 18-year-old. I'm looking for a 38-year-old.
No. I said a man. You know, age don't make a man. I said a man.
You want to know what I'm looking for in a man?
Yeah, because I'm trying to start a dating show, so come on with it.
It was a trick question.
No,
you've been trying to start a fight with me all evening.
This is an example of why I don't want to do a relationship show. Because
this right here.
I just wanted to give you a live example of it on the air. Because there's no answers. And people always tell me now how much of a genius Kevin Samuels was.
Yeah.
I am the most uninformed Kevin Samuels, because a lot of the things that Kevin Samuels talked about weren't relevant to me because I'm not out here looking like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't high value, low value, you know, how many kids and all. Then once again, I keep saying this. Once I heard him ask the man how big his tool was, I could never listen to him with a straight face ever again because I'm like, this dude's gay. And maybe he wasn't, but that's kind of where I was offended.
I ain't never heard him ask nobody about somebody pipe.
Yeah, he asked the man, did he have a large tool? And we've discussed this before. We've discussed this before. In the context of the conversation, he was trying to make a point and say that, hey, I'm sizing you up. Right, I get that. I mean, not literally, no pun intended. Like
no, because that's
like he was trying to give this man an accurate kind of what he did to women. So he said, you want this beautiful, young, vivacious woman who has a career, who has money, who is attractive, and what do you bring to the table? So he also asked him how tall he was, how much he weighed, how much did he make a year? And then he did say, do you have a large unit? For me, that was it. I don't care who you are. I don't care what we're talking about. It's never cool for you to ask a man anything regarding his unit. I just feel like that's a question you could leave off. You could say to him, are you good at pleasing your woman? Do you know how to please a woman?
I wouldn't even do that.
That's not even my business, though.
As opposed to, do you got
how big is your height?
Right. You should have made that face.
That's not my business, man.
I made it worse, Ian. That face you just made it worse.
How big is your dick?
No. Session over. Session over. I am leaving, Dr. Samuels.
What is wrong with Kevin Samuels? I never heard that. I'm gonna look that up. That's wild.
What's wrong with Kevin Samuels is he's not living right now. He's dead. That's what's wrong with him. That's the only thing wrong with him.
Oh, but some people refer to him. I see people all the time refer back and say the man was a genius. He was a visionary.
He was, though. He was. Well,
what
I'm
about
not gonna say visionary?
What about him was so genius in regards to his advice?
I'm not gonna say that he was a genius. It's just that he wasn't afraid to be uncomfortable, right? A lot of us are afraid to ask questions based off what may come back or our comfortability level, and he wasn't afraid to venture into that deep water, right? He wasn't afraid to make you uncomfortable or angry, to make you understand that, hey, this is the realization of it. This is reality, right? And I'm a father of 6 sons, right? 30 years ago, I was a single dude having a lot of money, bam, 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 right? And, hey, baby, let's go. Now, you're an old ass man with 6 kids, right? I understand that shit, right? But what Kevin Samuels did was, hey, I'm gonna look at you from the inside out, outside in, and just speak truth to this is how society sees it. It may not be right. You may not agree, but this is society's view on certain shit. And just like my wife got 5 kids, right? 5 sons, right? Ain't no single man gonna say, hey, yeah, you know what? I want to mess with her and only her, because no, they know this. Okay, shit, you got 5 kids. You come with baggage. If I can find a woman that's more compatible with me and I can build a family with, I'm gonna go with that. And that's just for some people, that's their reality.
I didn't get anything you just said from Kevin Samuels. I didn't draw any of that out of his message.
Well, that's me.
Hold on. Well, I wanted to ask somebody else on the panel because you took a long time to answer it. Honestly, I only got a few minutes left. Anybody else draw anything from? Because I want to be educated. Did Kevin Samuels enlighten you on anything?
I feel like. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You please go. I thought it was Sean again.
I mean,
Kamar, you go.
I'm looking at his channel now, 1.9 million subscribers. So, and even now they're still like making cuts from his show. You know what I mean? Clipping up his program. So he was good at connecting with an audience. He was an image consultant. He was very good at that. So I give him that. That's kind of what I drew from him. He was entertaining. He said some funny shit sometimes. So yeah.
I think he used his image consultant profession as a way, you know what I'm saying, to talk about the image of the people that call into the show. You know what I mean? To talk about why you ain't looking at yourself right. And it's just that he found the interesting way to do it. You know what I mean? Because he used to get at men too. It wasn't just women. You know what I'm saying? So he used to get on men's ass too if they dared to call in. You know, so I just think he found a bold way to have you look at yourself and hold yourself accountable.
Okay. So he's more of a consultant. Like,
yeah.
You bring somebody in and say, what's wrong with my business?
And he used his profession, you know what I'm saying, as a way to point it out. Okay. Let's record. I gotta record this shit. This shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I'm asking the question because
and that shit took off.
I didn't listen to I missed that bus. I was late on that bus.
I didn't watch one of his shows.
What's the whole how big is your I missed out on I skipped class after that. Like I was like
Ian, I used to feel lost, but after you said that, KB, I'm glad I'm lost because
like I said, I think a lot of men. So Kamar just brought something to my attention.
See,
there's a lot of men who I feel like he said some things that a lot of men wish they could say. He became their voice.
That's real. You know, with that comment, what he said, what you was just talking about, with that comment, what you just said, when he asked the guy that shit, he used like when women be talking. On the flip side, he asked them something like, "Oh, you must think you got some good pussy, huh? Well, how good is your pussy?" You know what I'm saying? So the question was kind of along the context of that. You know what I mean? Like I say, he jumped on a man ass too. Like, dog, you tripping. You know what I mean? You looking at yourself in a totally fucked up perspective. You know what I'm saying?
I'm laughing because you said he jumped on a man ass too, and I'm saying, literally.
I'm
joking. No, weird as fuck. I know, I get what you're saying, but so I feel
that's
like
the wrong shit to say, though. You know what I mean? Like, I would have never thought to paraphrase it like that.
I'm just like, so in certain things that's cool for you to say to a woman, and certain things you shouldn't say to a man.
Exactly. Exactly.
So like if we having a conversation, Kamar, me and you driving down the street in the car, and you say, man, I was with old girl last night, man. I'm feeling her, right? And I say, man, she got that good. You say, man, Kev, it's phenomenal.
Yeah,
that's cool, right? But if we're driving down the street and you say, Kev, man, I tore her up last night, and I say, man, you must got a big old penis. Me? See, it's not the same. It's like I shouldn't say that. And even you gonna be like, what? What the fuck you just say to me? Or you know,
fudge packer if you asking that.
Well, if I'm just saying, if I say, Kamar, man, Kamar, is it big? Like you're gonna be like, nigga, take me home. I don't want to hit your blunt. I don't want to drink. Please take me home. I'm uncomfortable. So, but you're right. I mean, everybody. I love when everybody makes a point because I can draw off of all of it. I'm just one of them people who I always say this: words mean something. So when I hear somebody say something, I'm like, yo, because I think it's important that you have to read between the lines a lot of times.
Yeah,
that's how you prevent people from running game on you.
True.
So you have to read between the lines because it becomes about what you mean, not what you say, right? So I don't want you to be entrapping me and trying to make me comfortable answering certain questions when you making certain statements, and in your head you're like, yeah, I got him. Now you don't have me. We're not going to talk about my Peter, not with you, Like even if you're assessing me, I'm gonna say, hold on, Kev, I don't really want to be. Don't come at me like that. Like so, Erica said he was great at pointing out people's insecurity. Maybe so. Everybody has a purpose, man. There's many different lanes in this revolution. And everybody can play a role, man. So I just always curious because I see a lot of brothers who tell me, nah, Kev, you should listen to him because that brother used to spit the real. And I'm like, yeah, all right, well, okay. I wanted to ask, we'll do this Wednesday though, because if we're gonna get rid of Trump, we got to start talking about who's going to replace him. We got to start talking about viable candidates, and we're still facing this question as to whether or not we as a country would accept a female president.
No,
a lot of people said that the reason Kamala lost is because men don't want to accept a female president. Now, allegedly there's a statement by Michelle Obama in which she said, I'm not going to run for president because this country's not ready for me.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I tell you this, I'd vote for Michelle over Trump.
Oh, God, yeah.
But if there were, I'd rather Jasmine Crockett runs. I would vote for Jasmine Crockett as a female.
She's not going to win because she's too volatile.
Well, I don't see her being volatile.
People will say that she's angry, right?
I've listened to her. And I've been listening to her. She doesn't come off as angry to me.
Very intellectual.
She comes off as matter of factly. Like she'll read you.
The problem with her specifically.
Hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
You just said something, right? You just said something which is really stereotypical, that angry black women will read you, right? And that's one of the reasons that she won't win.
Well, I mean, because
of the stereotypes.
Well,
my bad, Ian.
Angry white women will call the police on you. So you got to pick and choose what you want. Like, so you want to be red or you want the police to come?
No,
I would prefer the sister. Like, I don't.
Yeah, but there's only, what's the percentage of black Americans?
Well, no, but I think if she can win over a lot of liberal white women, she could get in. Go ahead, Ian. I want to hear you.
The thing about Jasmine, though, the reason why she would get cremated in an election against damn near anybody is because she's way too intelligent. And the problem, she's highly educated. Think about Trump getting 77 million fucking votes, and he sounds like he has the vocabulary of a fifth grader. He's a moron. And all these morons voted for him.
But is that not more based on racism, though? I feel like Trump's election was based on inherent.
But I'm just saying all racism. All of it is encompassed, and racism is why she would lose too. On top of that,
a lot of races are ignorant.
Okay.
she'd lose by like 5 or 6 million votes. And you'd be like, how did she lose? She won every debate.
But she might be able to end. She might be able to get the LGBTQ MOP.
No, she's not.
Ain't enough of them, man.
Well, them along with white women and black men.
No, that's all who voted for Kamala.
Yeah, we said it about
white women didn't vote for Kamala.
Oh, half of them did, but
I'm not so sure that the LGBTQ did either.
White women gonna vote for the white man who their husbands tell them to vote for. That's who they voting for.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's who they voting for. Yeah.
Erica says she's rolling her eyes at Sean because he kept cutting her off. Because she said you kept cutting her off. They said stay away from the red and blue, Kev. Go independent. We're going back to the election, and this was our argument with the last election.
Yep.
There was no need for me to vote for Cornel West. It was the waste of a vote. It was a waste of a vote.
Yes, it was.
Now,
Cornel.
Cornel West.
Dr. West, I love him, but no.
But not like that, right? He didn't have a snowball's chance in hell of winning. That's how I felt.
No,
so
he didn't. No.
I put my vote towards Kamala because she was a candidate who actually had at least a very remote chance of winning.
She had a platform too.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, if there was an independent candidate that we got behind as FBAs and said this is what we gonna do, I'd be down with the people. I stay on code, but I'm not gonna waste my vote either. Like you gotta, power is power in the poll. He said we need a Dr. Claude Anderson to run. I don't know about old black men either, because old black men tend to be a little bit too opinionated.
Yep.
And they sometimes become self-righteous. It's like
Shapiro and Kelly.
It's like voting for Steve Harvey.
Shapiro and Kelly would be an excellent ticket. Buttigieg is polling well with independents. Buttigieg is polling well. So if you had, I'll give you two scenarios. You could have a Buttigieg and Jasmine Crockett ticket. That could
never
garner some interest.
Never.
But it's either Mark Kelly or Shapiro. I think that's the better option.
Gavin Newsom?
Gavin Newsom is hated so much in California. Well, he took initiative as far as lately. I like him personally, but I'm not sure. He would have to have an excellent running mate.
It's changing in California, but I just don't see Kamala and Buttigieg because you have
Jasmine, not Kamala.
No, Jasmine Crockett.
Oh, okay. Still, Jasmine and Buttigieg, you have these two minorities.
Gay man.
Yeah, man. America, they not ready for this dual minority. They just not, right?
No, and that's why I gave two scenarios, because I remember when Obama ran, and I didn't think it was a chance in hell at Barack Hussein Obama to be president, and he won. You never know. Trump has fucked it up so bad, y'all, that they actually might have a chance. You never know. He only beat her by a few million votes.
I saw Barack's momentum, especially having the old card, especially having the old card on his team off top, which was Oprah.
He did.
So that gave him an automatic in, especially with white women, because white women loved Oprah.
Yes. Yeah. That made a big difference. Sarita white women don't love Jasmine, and they so on Buttigieg.
Sharita Shaw says Jasmine will get the alphabet community vote because she is a group of them in Texas, or there is a group of them. She said, but white people don't like theatrical white women. And Erica said, dang, Sean, stop cutting people off. Hold on, let me finish the chat room. A said America is not ready for a non-alpha candidate, a non-APAC. I'm sorry, a non-APAC candidate.
Oh, wow. That's a very good point, actually. Shit, I didn't even think about that. He's absolutely fucking right. He's being very realistic with that comment. Yeah.
What was that initial statement about Jasmine?
I just said I'd vote for her over Michelle Obama. That was the original statement. I said I would vote. Yes.
What?
I'm not high. I'm not a Michelle Obama fan. I think she's a little Brody for me.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't like women who have masculine. I'm not saying she's a man.
Energy.
I'm not like other people say, but she does have kind of like some, like you said, Ian. I detect some masculine energy coming from her, like bossy, kind of, self-righteous, kind of elitist. kind of there's some ego in there. There's
you don't get that from Jasmine?
No, I don't.
Either. No.
I get wit, I get intelligence, I get
partly it's because she's good looking for me, but
education. I get Jasmine. I feel like Jasmine. Hold on, let me finish. I feel like Jasmine is the type of woman who when you speak with her, you got to say what you mean and mean what you say.
Yeah.
And I think she will accept a strong man to say, "Hey, man," because one of the greatest marks of whether or not you can have this woman or not, especially a woman of her type, is if you can tell her, "Hey, man, shut up, man.
Shut up." Yeah.
And if she can say, "Okay, you know what? Hold on," as opposed to motherfucker, what you if you say, "Hey, man, let me handle this, man. Just be quiet."
So
and she fall back and say, "Go ahead." I think if you said that to Michelle, she'd swing off on you.
I was gonna say she'll slap Barack.
I don't think so. I think
Barack is a passive guy. He's a tether. I don't think he has our bones in him. And I think he is the type of man who would let her, and I think he would look for a woman to kind of be more of a leader, to tell him what to do. Wear this, wear that, take that off and put this on. No, you didn't. Turn that off.
How do we know that Barack ain't in the house? Because Deion Cole said Barack got dishes, right? Barack got dishes. But how do we know that Barack ain't in the house? That's just...
I don't know anything. I don't know any of their personal business. I'm going off of watching his demeanor. I'm going off watching his demeanor. I don't know any of their personal business.
Okay.
As a president, he wasn't like an alpha male. He was very
He wasn't no Mark.
He was vanilla. He was very vanilla and
very
in the
vanilla.
middle.
Very
but he wasn't no Mark either, though.
No, he wasn't. But
he got stuff done without all of the without being loud and look what I'm doing and look what I'm gonna do.
He wanted to be president for everybody. That was his main thing.
Which is
I've heard him say that.
He's an organizer though. He comes from
which is passive and muted and neutered.
Yeah,
I felt like he was neutered. I felt like he was trained and he had handlers.
Was he neutered by the position?
I think his natural personality is allowing himself to be led.
So let me say something. Hold on.
Leading from behind. He always said that too. He quoted that a lot.
As an organizer, and I'm an organizer. You've been an organizer, KB, right? And he was an organizer in Chicago, right? And he comes from the, organizing on the south side of Chicago. Yeah. So he wasn't no passive dude. He wasn't just no weak. He wasn't just no mog. Okay, he wasn't. I believe that
any black man, this is it for me.
Yeah,
any black man who has the unmitigated gall, to quote Stephen A. Smith, to first of all not establish a black agenda because he's scared to disavow himself from the minister. Okay, to refuse to refuse to even say, hell yeah, I'm gonna do something for black people. I'm gonna do something for everybody. What you talking about? You are a mog and you are neutered. If you won't stand for us, then you'll lay down for yourself. Because you ain't laying down for me. And I felt like he made no noise. Even that second term, you're supposed to go out like a soldier. You're supposed to pop off any idea that you had that could help us, whether they said yay, nay, kiss my ass or whatever. You're supposed to pop that off.
And he went LGBTQ. And that was annoying. That's why I voted for Romney. I didn't fuck with him after that.
So he was a mom. I don't care if he organized on the south side of Chicago. I don't care. He's not from Chicago. Okay. He's not even a foundational black American. He doesn't have our grit. So it is no wonder he didn't really stand in there and do for us what he should have done.
So
you see what Trump is doing for white people? See, that's
no.
Trump is unapologetically white, and he's exercising a white nationalist agenda, and he's doing it unapologetically. Hold on, let me finish. He's doing it unapologetically. That's what you call gall. That's what you call. One thing about Trump you can't say is you can't say he don't got big brass ones.
Oh yeah,
he stand on them like Scarface say. You got to let him hang. Trump lets them hang.
But Trump ain't doing for just white people. He's doing for a selected few, right? That 1 to 2%.
True.
You know what I mean?
I didn't say poor white trash. I said white people. He's doing it. The 2%, the 1%ers are the purest white people because they're the richest ones. That is white to him, and this is a white nationalist agenda that he's pushing.
It is.
So it isn't. And if you and you got to understand it, if you're a poor white person, you a nigga. See, one thing Trump has done is he's created a whole bunch of new niggas, and a lot of them are poor white people.
Well, he's the top nigga though.
No, he's a white man.
No, he's the top nigga.
There's no nigga in him. He's a white man.
Nigga.
He's not.
No,
he's a white man. He is a white man.
All right.
A nigga.
What's the definition? What's the definition of a nigger?
It's what Trump ain't. That's the definition. When you look it up, it say not Trump.
Trump ain't ignorant.
Not really. He's calculated. Why would you ever see
that's not calculated because everything that he does comes from other people.
That is a mistake that people make. If you in your heart of hearts think Donald Trump is ignorant, you are very naive and very misinformed. That man is not ignorant. Is he callous? Yes.
Callous.
Is he calculated? Yes. Is he crass? Yes. He is not ignorant.
He's ignorant.
You can't assemble the team to do what he's done 2 times.
Did he assemble the team or did the team around him assemble that team?
He had enough sense to rock with it where it counts at, bro. So you cannot say that man is ignorant. He is not ignorant. There's no way you can say he's ignorant. He is a white man.
The GOP picked JD Vance.
I don't know what your definition of ignorant is. Like, I don't know what your definition of ignorant is. A little twisted. Now I got a caller. I believe this is Orlando. Orlando, you called very late, but I'm gonna give you a chance to speak. Let me get my chat room before we close it out and get some real OG-ness. Erica Hunt, she had Sean tonight. She said, Sean,
what is wrong with Erica?
She said you be listening to respond, not to comprehend. Wow, that's a hell of a statement. She went hard.
I just comprehended the hell out of that shit.
Sharita said she runs in a group. Oh, she runs with the LGBTQs down in Texas. Jasmine Crockett. I didn't know that. Orlando's on the line. Earl Henning said, fuck Donald Trump and his friend Orlando.
Oh, Lord.
That's third time.
She said, oh no, the caveman just showed up. Good night, Outlaws. You're too old. She said, Earl Henning said, you're the one who's too old to be kissing ass. I'm not reading that because he's on the line. Sharita Shaw said non-FBA should never run the country. I agree. Well, at least in the say they represent us. Earl Henning said, not until I make the decision to get into bed and not with Donald Trump like you. He said 2-time president after filing bankruptcy 11 times and beat 1 million felony cases. I'm never going to call him completely. I don't think he's ignorant. I call him a lot of names, but I don't think he's ignorant. Orlando, what's good, man? We got a few minutes for you. What's popping?
What's going on? Always a pleasure, my friend. Interesting, you guys covered about the next election cycle already on who you like. I think that's a worthy conversation. But again, I think I think the Republicans will be stacked, for the next, president, candidate. I think there'll be a lot of great talent. I think the Democrats have a lot of issues going on, but Republicans got some things to straighten out as well too. And the question is going to be who can come together the fastest. And I think Trump does set the table for that. He will still be, very important moving forward in this Republican Party.
So Orlando, I hate to cut you off, and I really didn't mean to, but I got to ask you this.
Yes, you did.
Does it not bother you that he is affiliated with Epstein and quite possibly a child molester? Does that not affect you at all? Does that not affect your perception of him at all?
Well, I think we're about to find out exactly what's in those files for both sides of the aisle.
Well, before we get to the files, let's just look at the emails, because the emails haven't been proven to be not legit. So right now we're accepting these emails to be legitimate, right?
Well, I think the emails are, we don't have context of emails. So I think that's the Democrats have, they release these texts or whatever they are, emails, without context. And it's going to, I believe it's going to be a big nothing burger. But I think in the end, the victims of the actual perpetrators of the crime, they definitely need to have their day.
So let me rephrase it. Let me rephrase it for you then. If it is proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that he was involved with Epstein and he was active with underage young ladies, does that affect you? Does that affect your perception of him at all?
Well, again, yeah, no doubt. Somebody, if you are, a molester, always, brother. I don't know what you. Yeah, I think most people will have a problem if that's coming out to be true. I doubt that's the case, because if it was that, they would have already released these when Democrats had control of the files.
Whoa.
Already.
Wait, wasn't there something preventing them from releasing the files? I thought there was an injunction. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. He had an injunction that kept them from being released, didn't he?
Well, they had the presidency. They had
Orlando. I'm talking about, since this came to light, he actually himself had been one of the people preventing these files from being released. I thought he had personally blocked them from being released.
What I'm saying, these files have already been under control of the Democrats. If there was something really there, they would have released it already, my friend.
But they haven't been able to release them because of whatever injunction or whatever was placed on the release of them. Because remember, hold on, because the JFK files, the Martin Luther King files, and something else was supposed to come out all at the same time. For some reason, the Trump files the Epstein files were held up. And I thought, if my memory serves me correct, Ian, you are my fact checker. I thought
that fact checker, but go ahead.
Oh my God. God damn it.
We're not doing that tonight, man. We're not gonna start that tonight. Please.
I'm on Wasserman Schultz's website at house.gov. They're saying that the Democrats have always been interested in Epstein case as far as the transparency of it. And it looks like Trump made a singular argument that the Democrats could have acted before he took office. But they're saying that Democrats control the files for 4 years. So if they had something to say, they would have said it. Now, give me a second. You guys keep talking. Give me like 2 minutes, because they're going into it now.
Anyway, what I'm saying to you, Kev, these files were under Democrat control during the time that Trump was running against Joe Biden. If there was something actually there, they would have used it. They tried to get the man locked up. So whatever they would have had, they would have used it, my friend. So
let me ask you something, Orlando. Let me ask you something. When Epstein in his email said that he could take him down, what do you think he was meaning?
Again, I don't know, Sean. I think we all have to see. I don't know what that meant. Again, it's out of context.
So what was the inference? What was he inferring to? I can. What he said exactly? I can end him, or whatever he said about. Then we have. Hold on. One more thing. The young lady who has come out. Well, she didn't just come out though, right? She didn't just come out, but came out and said that she was dealing with Trump. We seen the email. We seen him voice or mouth the words "she's hot," talking about kids, the little girls that were at that location with all of them. And he's like, "Oh, she's hot." Those were little girls, bro. Those are not adults. Those are teenagers.
So what I would say is, Sean, is just hold your gunpowder, because again, tomorrow
it's gunpowder.
Voting, and
you said that it's gunpowder.
Hold your conclusion. Getting until it all come out. I mean, let's see what's in there. again,
so let me
when
say
Democrats
this.
collectively, go ahead.
You know, the only way to shoot that ball out that musket is with that gunpowder, right?
What I'm saying to you is this: if you're going to conclusion, jump out the car if you want to, Sean. Jump out that car if you want to. If you already got your mind made up and you know, jump out the car.
So my question was, do the emails have any merit? So if I don't care what the report says, because I think there's a difference between the emails and the report. Okay, because the report can be redacted, and we know that that things can be manipulated. So my point is, if these emails are taken to be valid, it directly implicates him as being personally involved with Epstein. To me, that would be the proof that I needed, as opposed to some government edited document. And if he's saying, go ahead and release him, I feel like he's already had his people to touch them. That might be a little paranoia on my side because I don't trust him. And I think he's a major shyster. But I think these emails give you all the evidence that you need that he was at least a friend of Epstein. And when he adamantly denied it and has said, no, I wasn't rocking with dude. No, I wasn't rocking with him. We now find out that you were personally acquainted with him.
So there's a lot of people. There were a lot of people that knew a dude, and I don't know who all was, into what. So again,
it's
to say,
Democrats and Republicans.
Hold on, Sean. Let me finish this point. To say I knew Puffy, but I wasn't into what he was doing, don't mean like, well, so I'm implicated because I knew the dude.
Well, if it ain't just it's not just that they know each other. So if Puffy has an email saying, hey, Orlando was just over here with the little girl, he was in the room with her for hours. Right. That's a little bit more than y'all know each other. That means
I would want to see the whole
well, that's it. That's the email.
I think everybody can
have their own decision. That is the email, Orlando. That's the email. Again, that's what it says.
That's not enough to just have one email without.
Well, there's more than one.
What I'm looking at first on the website.
I'm not going.
Hold on. I'm not going. I didn't think that you would. I personally, I didn't think, because I know in a lot of people who love Trump, there's just no way that this man could have ever done anything wrong, and that's kind of like what you get. Hold on, I want Ian to be able to speak. Go ahead, Ian.
It's cognitive dissonance, but it is what it is. They're in a cult damn near. But what the records say is from 2020 to 2024, it said the Democrats tried other tactics to obtain the records. And keep in mind, this is in Florida where DeSantis is, such as requesting them from a Palm Beach judge, a strategy spearheaded by the Palm Beach Post that can take years to succeed. So as far as when Republicans are saying, they had it during their administration. Yeah, but it takes years to do that because I guess they were trying to do it legally. You can believe whatever you want, but Trump's administration apparently ran on releasing them, and now there's a holdup with it. And I guess today, didn't he say that he was going to release it? So it looks like they were going through the legal channels to do it, but they ran out of time. Trump won again, and that's why it's a holdup.
All right, let me close my chat room out. Ace Cooley says it's all bullshit. There's going to be people from both parties. You're going to see punk ass Anthony Weiner, Bill Clinton. They will never let the leak. They will never leak the whole lost.
No.
He said, this is Ewok. He said the files were sealed while Biden was in office. Ace said, I meant Anthony Weiner. That is our chat room. Listen, we're going to come back Wednesday. We're going to fire this thing up again. Because it is way late. I went way past because we started late, but we'll be back Wednesday. So if you like what you heard, please tune in Wednesday. In the meantime and in between time, please share the show. We are very pressed for time.
Share the show.
Kamar, I want you to be able to pop your OG shit so we can get out here and let these people go to bed. Some of these people got jobs they got to go to in the morning.
Yeah,
what you got for us tonight? You muted.
Real OGs know. A lot of people can't get ahead because they celebrate Fridays like it's a celebration, something to celebrate. Stop me when I'm lying.
Real OG shit for your ass. Shout out to the whole panel.
I like that.
Shout out to the Outlaw family. Please share the show. And don't forget to come back Wednesday. We're going to introduce some relationship topics. I guess if people want to talk about this stuff, y'all let me know. Along with all of the socioeconomic and socioeconomic and political banter. We'll continue that on Wednesday. Shout out to the Capo Sean Moore. Shout out to the fact checker ENC Jordan. Shout out to the Ghetto Witch Doctor. And shout out to everybody's favorite bad guy, Orlando Owens. I will see y'all Wednesday, man. Peace.
See you later, Erica.
Man.